Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Welcome to our weekly witchy hangout over here on Just the Chaos Witch. I hope you guys have been having a really good week since the last time that I saw you. Hello. Okay, so today our reading topic is a bit interesting because I was trying to tap in and I've been having a lot of feelings. Whenever I try to tap into the energy, like this week, it's intense. There's just a lot of energy going around. There's just a lot to kind of sort through. And honestly, I wasn't really getting any clear indication of what reading topic I should do. And that's unusual for me. And I literally was saying to Alex, I was like, I have no idea. So it's just going to be a mystery reading. I'm just going to let spirit come through with whatever spirit wants to come through for each of the piles. It could be entirely different. For each pile, it might be around the same topic. I have no idea. So this is just going to be kind of a mystery sort of a reading. And before we get into this, I know that Leah was sharing with us that she was going through some hard times, and it did make me think that maybe it would be a good thing for us, on the Fridays, just to, I don't know, join in prayer. I hope that's okay with everybody, but just to kind of set our group intentions, to combine our energies, and just to hold space for all of us, for our sisters, for our hopes and our dreams and our blessings. And when anybody is kind of going through a hard time, if we just want to kind of connect. I know some of you do have what these candles, whether it's my candles or something else. I know that you have your own rituals, and you're kind of setting up a sacred space whenever we're kind of coming into this, so we could potentially use that and our connectedness in order to just kind of share our energy and pray for things. So I think I just want to start this off with just a little bit of prayer. And if you feel you want to add anything just to the energy, if you want to be quiet and reflect and add stuff to the ethers, or if you want to throw stuff into the chat that you're trying to pray for, I'm just going to ask that everything be for the highest vibrational good of all beings. So I'm just going to say a quick prayer. Spirit, please connect us with the energies, entities, beings, and energy streams that work on behalf of the highest vibrational good of all beings. Please allow those benevolent energies to have insight into our life and to comfort our hearts and to show us and light us the way forward. Please allow any situations that we're in that are confusing or mystifying to be illuminated in the places where it's helpful for them to be illuminated. Please allow our hearts and our energies to settle in the places where it is helpful to settle. Please allow a path to open up where a path needs to be opened up, and make the action that we are best to take make itself known, make itself clear. Please fortify our spirits and allow us to feel connected to the friends that we have grown and made here in this communal space, as well as the friends in energy and spirit all across the world and maybe even across the universe. Please let us draw from that strength and from that pool of love whenever we feel that we are low, and just continue to guide us along this crazy journey that we call life. Thank you. Amen. Okay, I always feel weird praying, like I always have, even in church, or I don't know, when you have to do it at Thanksgiving or something. So, okay. Prayer for the feeling of safety in God. Nice. Amen. Amen. An intersectionary prayer. Is that what you meant, Noor? Yeah. And just allow that to go up to whatever, the guides or the beings or the goddesses or the energy streams, whatever, is best for you. Okay, nice. So today, let's go ahead and get into our mystery reading. Like I was saying, I've got 3 piles. Of course, as usual, you can be drawn into one pile. You can be drawn into multiple piles. Just tap into your intuition and allow that to guide you, and know that the way that your intuition guides you to a pile can sometimes give you just as much information as what the pile is saying itself. And just also know that the energies can always be flipped in tarot. So sometimes you'll be drawn into a pile and it is the message, it's just the energies are flipped. So you're hearing it from someone else's perspective or point of view. And that can also be really important information for you to have. Just take this, I just heard, with a grain of salt. This is meant to be kind of a fun thing. Take this with a grain of salt. Take this however it fits your life. Take what is useful for you and leave the rest. So we've got pile number 1 here, which is the heart. So much heart healing going on. Yeah. Pile number 2, the dead end. And then pile number 3, the ring. Sorry, I'm shaking on pile number 3. That's interesting, but I have so much caffeine in my system. As usual, I go ham on the caffeine on Fridays. It's just my little treat. Okay, so pile number 1, pile number 2, Pile number 3. I'll hold this up. The thumbnail is probably a better picture, but I'll just hold it up so you can get a vibe here. Oh wait, this is like all cattywampus to the side. Okay, there you go. Okay, let us move in here. And this feels so strange to me. All right, moving into pile number 1. It feels so strange to me because, like I said, I'm feeling like a lot of just open energy. I can feel that there's a lot of energy that is moving, a lot of maybe chaotic energy, intense energy that's moving. And for this pile, I'm not even sure that it's like maybe it's within you, but I feel a lot of peace coming from this pile, to be honest. Pile number 1. Okay, so the message that I'm getting, okay. Interesting. So whenever I'm tuning into this energy, I feel like Spirit is really, really wanting to talk about toxic people here for this group, because I'm hearing like the light really does attract many moths. And I think that's been true for you in your life, but that's the previous chapter of your life. I really do feel like I'm hearing you're making peace with yourself. And notice how like the nest is kind of like keeping you safe and keeping you protected. And I feel like that's you in your little nest. Some of you could be making home. I mean, it is the holiday season whenever I'm filming this. These are timeless readings, but maybe you're decorating for the holidays, or you're really feeling comfortable in your home space, or you're just spending a lot of time there. But I'm hearing home is where the heart is. And I feel like you've really actually taken up root in your heart. I feel like you have risen up though through the tumult and the chaos of your past. And you would know what that is, but it does feel like really chaotic, and you are moving steady into calmer waters. And I'm hearing the heart, like follow the heart. The heart is the road. Yeah. And then I'm hearing DJ Yogi. I think, is that his name? DJ Yogi? MC Yogi. That's right. It's The Road Home. I love that song. Yeah. God bless all the souls traveling the road home. Yeah, I feel like that's your song. It's like a really upbeat energy, but God bless all the souls traveling the road home. And the road home goes like right through the heart. The heart may lead you anywhere in this world, but that is always the road home, and it feels like it's on the straight and narrow. And I feel like for a long time you couldn't really tap into that heart energy because it does feel like a lot of survivalist energy. I'm hearing you're a fighter, you're a survivor, but I think that there might be like a sense, like an air of sweetness or an air of love or an air of romance around you that potentially has gotten taken advantage of in the past. And I think this is a lesson that you're learning. And I'm hearing for this group, attention is not necessarily love, but I don't think this is a group that has a problem with attention. Like, I don't think that you just like need all the attention or all the glory or anything like that. I think that whenever people have been like up in your face in the past and they're paying you attention, or it's like you're going out to eat, or you are, I don't know, like you're hanging out with them, then you think that that's maybe like a reciprocal relationship. And you have that perspective because we all come up through childhood, which our brains have to be narcissistic when we're young, because that's how you learn things, right? You learn about yourself in the world because of like the dichotomy between the two. And then we all like kind of grow out of that as we age, like healthy development, you grow more and more out of that, right? So I think your narcissistic perspective is that you know you're a kind, caring person. And so you just assume that other people are kind of that way too. So when people are smiling and laughing with you and sharing their time with you, you believe that that comes from a very genuine place, and that means that they are like trustworthy or something. But I'm hearing that Usher song, Papers, and I don't necessarily think that there's like divorces are involved in this or anything, but it's like, the only time you're here for me is when the bottles pop in and everything is sweet. So these could have been like very fair weather friends, because I'm really getting that there's people in your life I think you've just naturally moved away from. It's not out of malice. It's not out of malice. It's because you were following your heart. So it could have even been for reasons like, I know I deserve better, or like, where were you? Where were you when I needed you? That's a song, FAB, fake ass B words. I love how I said one. My brain just couldn't handle the two curse words. Yeah. They smile in your face, but behind you, it ain't well wishes. So they eating all the food off your plate and they don't do dishes. Yeah, and it's like, eat off your own plate. Like, I don't know. It feels to me like you have just naturally moved away from like a friend. This feels to me like a group, an area. It feels more than just like one person. But this is like some type of group. Thank you so much, S, for the $9.99. Yeah, like, it's like you did move away from this. And again, it's not like out of ill feeling. You're just not a person who is motivated by ill will or ill feeling. And I think sometimes you struggle with being focused on yourself and doing what's best for yourself. And I think that's what this next chapter of your life is about, is self-love. And I think that you've realized when you show yourself self-love, that it actually brings those around you who do love in a genuine, authentic way. Even if it's just trickling in, like you have one or two like really solid people in your life that you know that you can count on and depend on. It's better to have one person like that is genuine and authentic than to have 10 or 15 takers. I feel like you were just around takers. I'm hearing plunder and pillage. They wanted to plunder and they wanted to pillage, but they didn't present it that way. And these people are, I just heard arrogant. These people are arrogant, but at the very least that they are selfish. And again, I'm not really feeling any ill will. I just think there's an immense amount of clarity. Following your heart energy has actually cleared up your mind quite a bit in terms of like your decisions about how you're going to spend your time. And I'm strongly feeling this in the year 2024. This is the year of the heart for you, is what I'm getting. 2024 is the year of the heart for you. You're following your heart. I think it's going to be peaceful. I'm feeling a lot of romantic energy. So I don't know, those of you who are in a new relationship, because I read your cards and I know some of you are in new relationships with people who are celebrating you and loving you and treating you kindly and treating you well. But I really feel that energy coming in. And I'm also hearing like, accept it from everywhere. Like, I think this is, start with the small things, like your pets, I think might be like extra lovey or something. Again, like feeling the love from your friends. You know, in Vedic astrology, happiness, they say, comes from like the group, comes from the friends. Partnership is something where, it's like the death and the taxes and the, you lean on each other. There's a lot in partnership, but happiness is said to come from like the friends and the group and the tribe. And again, like, so start accepting that love in, because I think that you're really only spending time with people who feel good in your heart space. But yeah, I think that you've kind of learned that these people from your past were very selfishly oriented. But I do feel like some of these people are trying to come back into your life. Like there are people, whether or not you know it, it's like they are thinking about you. And these people, I'm hearing karmic return. They are getting some type of karmic return. I'm hearing the universe is giving them what they gave to you, which is damn near nothing. I'm just hearing, where were you when I needed you? So I think these people, you have something that they want. And like that could be anything. Because I think first and foremost, it's like genuine love. I think part of these people that you're like leaving behind, part of their karmic lesson is like, no, genuine love is actually valuable. People who, because I think these people, okay, it's like hard to describe because there's like a selfishness around these people. And okay, that's what I was kind of gonna get at before is I think you feel like you were treated like expendably or cruelly. But I'm hearing quotes like, never attribute to cruelty what can be attributed to ignorance, or never attribute to malice what can be attributed to ignorance. And so many people, it's like, I don't think most people who end up hurting other people, I don't think the goal is to be cruel. I don't think the goal is to be bad. And I think that's where confusion comes in when you try to have these conversations with said people, is they're like, I know I'm not cruel. I know I'm not poorly oriented, but what they are is selfishly oriented. They're not pro-social. In a sense, they're antisocial in the sense that they only care if it's easy for them, if it's okay for them, if they can benefit in some way, that's when they're going to show up for other people. So they've lived their whole life in this very like selfish tit for tat energy. And I think these people that I'm picking up on that want to come back into your life, and I feel like there could be quite a few of them, or like there's three main ones. There's more than one person here that is like thinking about you. And I'm hearing they've been forced into a period of hermitude. Some of these people are like unemployed. They're having a lot of time to sit with themselves. And Spirit has kind of put them in a timeout so that they can, I'm seeing like the Hermit, I'm seeing the Hangman. And these like the Virgo Pisces axis is like victim martyr. So I feel like there's something here, like they feel victimized, but like really they don't understand how the ways in which their orientation, the way that they are just oriented and how they navigate their life has led them to this point. Instead, I think they feel like genuinely victimized, or like that's kind of how they always get you, because even though these people have a bit of an empathy problem and they wouldn't connect with that, because again, it's like, they emote correctly like when they're in front of you, but it's just, where were they? I think it's like, we're not friends. Like, we're not friends. People consider you a friend that you don't consider a friend. That's the stage in life that you're at, because I think that you just bring really positive, really nice, very good-willed energy towards people. And people are getting their karmic return. I'm hearing you reap what you sow. And so a lot of these people, like, they are feeling lonely. I just heard socialite. So I don't know if you are seen as a socialite, because again, I think you treat people very well. So you have people who want to be around you, who want to spend time with you, who want to give you jobs. And and these people just don't have that. Okay. And I'm just hearing, why do I always hear from you whenever you need something? And that's what you call friendship. I think your definition of friendship is actually changing. And for some of you, this is like an ex. And you guys, I feel like for your exes, you are always like, you are the one who got away for most people. Like the people that you dated and you've walked away from, if you've always wanted those people to just like realize what they did or realize what they said or realize what they lost, like they are doing that. This is happening. I just feel like major karmic return energy coming around, but you are protected from this. You are moving, like the next chapter of your life is peaceful. It's serene. And you have like really, really earned this. And you don't owe these people anything. And some of these people literally might pop up on you and it could kind of catch you off guard. Like it might be a person that you're not even thinking about. And like that person's going to like come back and you're going to be like, whoa. And I do just want to remind you, it's okay to leave those people on red. Just because like you had some type of connection, just because like, I'm just hearing like what you call friendship is not what I call friendship. Period. Point blank. End of story. And that's okay. It's like, just because you were around people, just because like that doesn't mean anything. Like it's fine. And I just feel like you are making genuine heart-centered connections. It's honestly really beautiful to see. And I feel like you've had to get through a lot to get to this place. And I just feel like your kindness was weaponized in the past, because even though these people kind of have an empathy problem and they don't realize that they're never there for you, you don't. And it's readily seen in you that you don't. That they can, I'm hearing pull on the heartstrings, pull on the purse strings. Some of you, these people could need money. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like some of these people, it's like, you have something that they want, whether it is connections. I'm hearing the word socialite again. So they may want you to introduce them to people that you know, or I don't know, like, it could be just your love and attention. It could be money. They require something of you. And I'm hearing these people, it's like when you look back in your past, they never gave to you when they should have. And now they want to come back now that like you're doing well, because the time was in the past. And these are also the type of people where they need to understand that the help that they need was also like the time to receive that help was in the past. This person has their hand out. So it's like, this is the person who it's like, that's what I'm saying. They're selfishly oriented. They are blind as a bat when it comes to the things that they should be doing. So they just want to do whatever it is that they want to do. They make their own bed. And then like whenever the consequences happen, that's when they want a handout. And that's what they consider help. But I think that you have so much more to offer. It's like you have a good head on your shoulders, the right perspective, the right approach, perseverance, grit. And so you've been able to do all these things. And this person is like, yeah, and you're my friend. And so I should be able to ask you for stuff. In reality, it's like why don't you come over to my house and we'll have a night in where we don't have to spend money or we don't have to like go out. Like that was the time. This person should have been building a relationship with you. They should have been bringing you a Midol when you were on your period. They should have been, it's like, I think they've more than shown you who they are. And for some of you, I'm hearing like you've given them 3 chances. There was 3 chances they could have said what they wanted to say if they were genuine at all. And now I think they genuinely feel like they're genuine. But this person's authentic energy, their genuine energy, it's not the same as yours. It's not coming from a heart-centered place. It's coming from a place of neediness, and it is coming from a place of strategy. And that's the truth of it. And I think that's really the only time that this person gets in that place. And that's when they want to play nice. But with these kind of people, it's like as soon as they're back on top again, oh, who are you? They do it with a smile on their face and they think that makes them a good person. And it's so far from your definition of a good person. And it's so far from who you are and how you've shown up in your life, in your world. And I'm hearing keep your circle small. It's okay to keep your circle small. You're a giver and you like that. You that's genuinely a part of who you are. But just make sure the people that you pour into are not just takers. It's reminding me of a meme that says, if you're a giver, please know your limits because the takers don't have any. And that's really what I'm getting. So I just feel like there's a lot, like if you're getting in a love relationship, you genuinely like to spend time with each other too. It's not about the glitz and the glam and being that socialite all over town. And I think that's a difference too. It's like somebody here wants, because they think that you know people or that you have an exciting life, or they, I don't know, they could just be seeing like the things you post on social media. They think that's the entirety of your life. But I think the person that you're going to be with, I'm hearing the word honeymoon. The person that you're going to be with, it's like you genuinely like enjoy spending time together. And I'm seeing like the picture of Ariel and Prince Eric when they're in that canoe and she's just in her simple outfit. And it's like, sha la 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 la, my oh my, look like the boy too shy. You gonna da da da. Right. And so that could have happened with some of these exes where it's like they slept on you. They couldn't get it together. But this person is going to, and it's like you can be out. It's the energy of like you can be silent in a canoe in like your lounging clothes and still like feel that connection. It's a genuine kind of a bond that you have here with this person. And some of you may even go on a trip, and there might be a lot of nature or just peacefulness and relaxation. It's not about the money that you're spending. It's not about going to these like highlight reel kind of places. It's like, I will go anywhere if I can be there with you. That's the connection that you have. And again, I think for most of you, this is probably romance, but it's also like there's just a lot of love around you. And I'm hearing those are the spoils. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. These are the spoils of your genuineness. And I'm hearing like this is Saturn. People are so scared of Saturn, but people like you don't have to be scared of Saturn because you know you reap what you sow, and to you that's a strength. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're aging in reverse. So you might look young, you might look fresh, you might be healthier, you might be getting into like better routines. I think you have really good solid routines, and all of that is going to start showing. And I think you're going to be more childlike and more carefree as you age because you've done the hard stuff that you needed to do. You showed up to your life the way that you need to. So there's a lot of celebration, and you have a lot of soul family around you. And I'm just noticing here, like, I think these people have a lot of love for you, okay, but it's their version of love, which is like, I'm just seeing all of this, like, it looks like soot or like dirt in it. It's like, it's kind of tainted. This person's love, or these people that I think you just kind of knew that you weren't vibing the same, you're moving away from it. You're moving away from it. So, Heather, thank you so much for the $10. Noah and Allie on the lake, the notebook. Nice. Yeah, this is like a really peaceful energy. Worry, I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. I think this is like those people, but I think that I accept my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah, like I think that look how much purple energy, there's a lot of spiritual energy that's around you. I think you're really connecting here with your crown chakra. And I think it's like you have potentially like enough track record behind you and enough like intuition that's coming through where, I think that you're exchanging worry for trust. You're coming out of a period of worry, and you can trust, you can let go more and more because you've weeded out the people that needed to be weeded out. You don't have to worry about being stabbed in the back or being dropped or just, oh, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, you don't have to worry about that because you know that you have reciprocal relationships around you, even if they're few. You know that that's what you have, and that is what is contributing to a climate of, I'm really feeling like rest and relaxation and calming your anxiety. Like you are growing more and more into that. These people have a lot of guilt. And I think they've been knocked in the solar plexus chakra because I think they were too proud. I'm hearing these people were too proud. Humor. These people are going to try to mask their fear with humor whenever they're coming back. I think they're trying to make you think that you're friends. Friends laugh together. No. That is such a cheap, chintzy view of friendship. People who can like laugh together. I can laugh with anybody. I'm a hoot, bitch. I'm a good time. I bring that where I go. That might be different for you. It's the norm for me, and I think you're the same way. This is a lot of heart chakra energy. So I think these people are trying to bring something very cheap to the table that it might have worked in the past. I just don't think it's going to work now. Nice. Okay, I think that you're realizing that the company you keep is everything. So there was people that you had around you that was contributing to a lot of fear. And it's like, for me to be around you is exchanging my peace and my happiness. And I just don't have the bandwidth. I think you're being more selective. And I think it's a really, really positive change. Okay, let me just see here. I'm kind of wanting to go into 2024 a little bit for this group. Because I feel like, yeah, there's a new cycle opening up in 2024, like some kind of new, great, like exciting cycle. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Interconnecting authentically said, I used to have a therapist that never laughed at my jokes, so I had to face the emotion I was trying to mask. I'm going to be stepping into my Kashya energy. I don't know what energy that is, but that's hilarious. I think that's great. Okay. Nice. Okay, so what's coming into 2024? Show me 2024. Okay, I keep hearing that song from The Little Mermaid. Like, I feel a strong love energy. Okay. You are leaving behind loneliness. I feel like you guys have come out of a period of hermitude. This is what I mean, like, by you've done the work, you've gone inside, you've built everything genuinely, like, kind of from the ground up. You're taking your wisdom into 2024. And then we've got the Seven of Wands. I think that you're genuinely in a superior position, and you're kind of having, this is what I'm talking about, you're kind of having to fight these people off of like, oh no, don't come back now. Now, like, this was a long time. This was a long time. This is like vacate energy. This is shadow work energy that's coming through here. And now you're like in some kind of like higher position. And I just feel like, I think that you have connected with your strength here and you're just not having it. And yeah, like you are moving away from the saboteurs in your life and you're moving towards the builders. And you might be juggling a lot in 2024. Like this could be businesses, money. Some of you are going to move. Your values are shifting and changing. But this feels to me like a very positive, like helpful kind of a change. And you're just moving away. And these people, like, I just feel like people are going to really regret the way that they, it's not just about the way they treated you. It's the way they show up to their life, dude. Like it goes so much deeper and Spirit's just trying to reflect this back. Yeah, because somebody here, like, I'm hearing missed connection or like missed opportunity. I think these people don't know how you're going to react. Like they really, they don't know you. They don't know this other side to you. That where you are very strong and you're very capable, because I think that these people have always played on your heartstrings or played on your emotions to get whatever it was that they wanted out of you. And you're starting to realize that that's not what love is. That's a parasitic relationship. And they're going to try to come back with some like lighthearted, frivolous shit and like try maybe to like apology. But look, this is the Page of Cups. And like, again, like he's got his little jester outfit on and I just don't think it's going to work. I think you're different. And I think you've always had this, like, you've always kind of like on the inside felt disrespected, but people like, you're having a good old time. Okay. But people they want a reconciliation with you. I'm just keep getting that very strongly. I kind of feel like I'm wrapping this up for PIILE. I'm hearing you were always the one. They should have made a decision on you. Like in the past, you were always the one. Anything else that you want to say here? I just saw the Judgment card. This is a period of judgment. Judgment doesn't have to be scary. Here's the thing. If you keep your side of the street clean, if you like, judgment doesn't have to be scary. Karma doesn't have to be scary, you know? And I feel like that's what's going on. You guys are going to build with somebody, dude. Yeah. And like these people from the past are going to get a surprise, like whoops a daisy. And then look at you, 10 of Pentacles. Emperor. You guys have love coming in. And all of your hard work is going to have paid off. And it is going to lead to some kind of like new beginning. I think you're going to have choices. I think you're going to have to make like a choice here. Yeah. But all these people's schemes, like these people are going through a tower moment. Something does need to change and you are protected. You are protected from this energy. So I don't really know what else I can say here. Yeah. That's what I have for you. Let me just see. Spirit, what should you move towards? We'll do towards and away from in order to keep on a good track. And then I'll move into pile number 2. Nice, nice. Yeah, karma's a relaxing thought. Aren't you envious that for you it's not? I've been so impressionable. People think I don't know what I want. So going that. Yeah. Okay. Spirit, what should they move towards to keep on a good track? Because this group's already on a good track. I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. They're showing me the tortoise and the hare. I think a lot of these people have like hare-like energy. The hare kind of heckles the tortoise, like, you know, and is just going off on the side, kind of full of himself, you know, but you are the tortoise. You have your shell. Go at your own pace. What to move towards? The gnome, though, yo. I have gnomes all over my house. I love them so much. Okay, move towards Avenger energy and Exorcist energy. Purge people out of your own life. This is a justice card for me as well. Again, karma, justice, rebalancing of the scales. Be on your own side is what I heard for once. Take your own side. Advocate for yourself. You don't have to pour from an empty cup. Avenger, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Exorcist. Yeah, I am hearing some of these people, it's like they do have antisocial traits where it's like they go against like what is good for like the majority of people around. And then they try to hide it and try to like make that behavior seem more benevolent than it actually is. Or like they then play the victim. And it's like, as a society, we agree those are bad behaviors. You did those bad behaviors and then you got the karmic return and you're surprised by it. Like I can't even, yeah, like I can't even, sorry. I was picturing something from, I used to work at a daycare and there was a dad, he was like, I caught my child like drinking from the toilet bowl and I don't even know what to say about that. Like, I don't know how to address it because it's so wild to me. Like, so yeah, exorcist, light attribute, freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. Yeah. So, and I think this is something that this group, because again, you're soft-hearted, but it's this group where we all look out in the world and we're like, I really wish the world was a better place. And spirit is like, you have to let people get their karma then. They'll never learn. Like you think that it makes the world a better place when everybody is just kind. But sometimes people have to have strong boundaries and they have to say, take that shit elsewhere. Because then that's the only way that behavior, that negative behavior eradicates itself. You have to let these people get their karma. Don't interfere with it. I'm hearing they're getting their karmic return. They're getting their pay. They're getting their just desserts. I'm hearing they're getting their karmic pay. And they're learning their lessons the hard way. That's how they chose. The fact that someone like you was in their life from the beginning, it could have been different. It's not. They chose to make it not. They have to learn their lessons. They have to rebalance that karmic scale. Otherwise, they're just going to keep doing it to other people. And that's not a kind thing either. So freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. The karma is how these people free themselves of destructive impulses. Because if they reap what they sow, they won't do it no more. Okay? That's like what it needs to be. I'm just like got a lot of energy. I was just like, ugh. Okay, so what should you move away from? Literally, as I just throw that, becoming arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling or demanding. But I think this is you moving away from people like this, because I think this is like the other side of those people. They act like they are, like, oh, I'm just a good person, or I do this or I do that. But then the moment that you push back or set a boundary, they turn and they become like really, they lash out, or they can become controlling or arrogant. And again, like whenever they get power, whenever these are people, like whenever they get any inch of power, like they just go bananas. What should you move away from? Okay. What should they move away from? I just saw like being the victim. Like being these people's victim. I'm hearing victim, rescuer, persecutor. Obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Self-destructive devotion. But this to me feels like pro-social ideals that are, it takes a turn to self-destructive devotion. Catherine, thank you so much for the $50. And look, yeah, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. But this again feels like those other people's energy. They want to depend on you or other people in their life to the exclusion of effort, because these people need to learn new habits. They need to learn new ways of being, new ways of seeing the world. That's the adjustment that they need to make, instead of just wanting to do everything on their own terms and not developing wisdom. Oh, thank you. Brianna said you're really passionate. I really love it. Warrior. And don't trade ethical principles for victory. This is what these people are learning. Not to trade ethical principles for victory at any cost. It just it's devil energy. It ends up taking from you in the long haul. Indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. These people will then accuse you. These strike me as the type of people that are very selfish. And it's like they'll ask you for help. You're a sovereign being. They do need to petition you for help. Why? Because you have the right to say no. And these people, because you're so sweet, they don't give you that opportunity. So I think you end up feeling more boxed. That's not love. These people are not treating you with the energy of love. But these are the people that project that just because you don't give them what they want. They'll turn and they will say that you are indifferent to their suffering because you didn't do exactly what they wanted you to do. Maybe you do help them out, but in a way that feels good and comfortable to you. It might not be exactly what they think that you should do, but you're a sovereign being. And you don't have to disclose your financial situation or your energetic situation. You don't owe anybody that. You just make your decisions like a queen. You just make your sovereign decisions. Those decisions should stand. It doesn't with these like very terrible self-oriented people. But instead, they will accuse you or they'll make you think that you are indifferent to their suffering just because you didn't do exactly the way that they said. They exact appreciation and recognition for the help that they offer. So potentially they'll be like, well, remember when I smiled at you? Because I don't think these people, it's like they only give whenever it's like convenient for them. And I don't mean like, it's like when they could give, it's not the energy of love when it's like, it might not be the most convenient thing, but I love you and I want you to do well and I am able to do this for you. So let me do it. This is what humans do. That's much different than just being like mined. I feel like these people kind of like just mine other people. Yeah, exploitation of the female nature and form. these people are exploitative, and they think it's friendship, or they think that's like normal human behavior. It's not. Anyways, like these people are starting to get on my nerves. And you're like, they've been on my nerves. That's why I don't talk to them anymore. But look, you have companion. Look, companion and a king. You are getting king energy that's coming through because you're selflessly devoted and you have the single-minded dedication to spirit. So that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 1. Okay, so I have to take a break and go to the restroom, but I will be right back, and then we will start pile number 2. Alex, can you put this? And we're back. Okay. So, are you sure it's going, babe? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we are back and we are ready for pile number 2. In our mystery reading, I have no idea what is going to come through. So, pile number 2, we have the dead end. Okay. So, I feel like you could have suffered a loss here that is actually a win. Pile number 2, and spirit is just letting you know that this was some type of communication from them. Whenever I see this card, it reminds me when I was a kid, there was like this wooded area next to my house, and there was this like quote unquote lost lake, because I did grow up in like a pretty like an upper middle class kind of a community, and some people, their parents would fly these prop planes sometimes, like just for fun, and they would fly over the community where I lived, and so many kids at my school would say, there is a lake in the middle of that woods, like that is right by your house, you have to find it. And so me and like people that lived around there would like try to go find it, and they were like, there's a little waterfall and everything, and I was like, I looked for it forever, and I was like, I think people are just messing with me, I don't know why. But like we would just spend so much time like going out there, and I was in my little child brain, we were following this like little river, and we were following where the water was going because we thought that was going to lead to the waterfall. But if you think of a waterfall, it pushes the water away from itself, so we should have like turned and walked towards it, and it wasn't actually very far. The waterfall itself like wasn't actually very far in the other direction, but we would go for hours and hours like following this like little stream like river thing. And the furthest that we ever went out, we had to crawl through this like very thick thorn bush. Like there was literally no other way, and it was horrible. And like we all just got like completely cut up, and then we got to the other side of it, and there was a cool like little cutout thing, but it was really as far as we could go. And then we had to crawl back through the thorn bush. And I was like, I'm never going past that thorn bush again. And that's where all of a sudden it really clicked for me that like, oh duh, like we needed to go the other direction. And then when we finally just went the other way, it literally was not too far in the other direction. So I feel like there's some kind of thorn bush where it's like, don't put yourself through the pain of it. Like don't climb through this thorn bush like stubbornly trying to go in this wrong direction, because there's something where you're not reading it correctly, where it's like, I'm hearing like work smarter, not harder. So take a step back, think about like the dynamics of things, and then actually you're going to understand that you were going the wrong way. And this wasn't to hurt you. Because sometimes I think like in life, we get ourselves in these kind of situations and we're like, okay, it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, I feel like there's a moment here where it's like, I'm experiencing pain. What is this pain telling me? Because sometimes pain is like, oh yeah, like it's an actual challenge and I'm supposed to push through. But not all pain is trying to tell you that. So I feel like there's no harm. You might be keyed up right now. Like that. And so it's like, just sit back, calm. this might be a situation where it's hard to do that. Because again, I think you're experiencing some kind of pain, or again, like some kind of like darkness. You feel like there's a lot that you don't know, and you can see the light on the other side, but the palm in the middle is like, stop, 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 you know? So I think spirit is trying to prevent some kind of like either you just wandering off aimlessly or getting too far off your track. Because you're getting just further and further away from your goal if you keep moving down a certain pathway in life. And okay, this is like reminding me of like, okay, so if you have a goal, right? You may not understand the things that need to happen in order for you to achieve that goal. You might not understand like the middle steps in order to get there, but spirit does understand it, right? So there's certain things where it's like, no, if you get all the way over there and you didn't do this, this, and this first, it's all for nothing. You're going to have to turn around, you're going to have to go back, and then you're going to have to go get those things. So even though it's like spirit is trying to talk with you, like through this experience, it's like, stop. Like, I think you've reached like this point where it's like, no, like no further. And it's to help you. You don't have to climb through the thorn bush. Please don't. You know, but once I climbed through that thorn bush, I was like, never again, like never again. And I feel like some of you are in that situation. And I'm hearing some lose when they win. Some people win when they lose. So a loss here in this situation may actually end up being a win in the long term. Even though you can't really see it right now. Because I feel like, again, you're in the woods, you're in the thick of it. You can't see the way out, but it's like, you know, like the light at the end of the tunnel. It's like there's light at the end of the tunnel that you can see. But you can see that it's a mess, and you can see that spirit is saying to halt. And I feel like the light is actually pointing you within. This is hermit energy. So it's saying like the way forward. Remember what I was saying in PIILE number 1? The way is always God. Bless every soul traveling the road home. And the road home is through the heart. And so spirit needs you to stop and check in with your heart energy. And sometimes we're in these keyed up moments that everything is moving so fast, or there's so much pain, or there's so much fear of like, I'm going through so much pain, I can't experience any more pain. I'm desperate to do the right thing. I just need to get myself out of this situation, and then I'll think clearly. Spirit is like, you need to sit on the side of the riverbank before you go through that thorn bush. You need to calm your energy. You need to eat a sandwich, and you need to just let your energies settle and check in with your heart energy. Because remember what I was saying before about that busted root chakra energy of feeling like that survival energy, feeling the root chakra, it feels like survival. There's something that is pulling on survival energy, even if it's not necessarily, it's signaling to you, I'm in danger, I'm in danger, I'm in danger. And so then it's that unholy alliance between the root chakra energy and the mind energy that is, it's saying, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. And the mind is saying, I'll get you out of this. And this is what you want. I'm going to get you to where you want. And the mind is going to navigate you there without considering the heart. But spirit is saying, you do that at your own risk. It's just going to cause you more pain. There's something here that looks like a loss, and it's actually a win. It's preventing you, something here is preventing you from making some kind of like further mistake that you're going to really get stuck if you don't. Are we out of the woods? Yeah, that's like what I'm getting. Okay, so let me Pluto energy. So there's a death energy in the offing is what I'm getting. But it's like you have the choice of like making it a positive death experience or a negative death experience. I'm hearing some people think that you get to choose like when you experience like death energy in your life. But when something needs to go, something needs to go. It's not death. They say like death is the great equalizer, right? It doesn't care anything about you. You could be a king or you could be a peasant. Death is coming for you. Okay. That death energy is going to come for you either way, because it's just the cycle of life, right? I mean, every year we have winter where everything dies off in order to be reborn again. And I feel like this is the energy that you're in. And it's like, I don't know, resist at your own peril. There's something here from your past, okay? Something here that you had to make a decision about. And I think you were split on it. And it could have involved some kind of passion energy, but it was headless. There was like a headless moment here in your past. You could have thought that it was intuition. Yeah, you worried. There was like a decision here that you were worrying over. And it may have had to do with like a friend group or a relationship. I do feel there's karmic energy in whatever this decision is, but there was a lot of fear. There was a lot hidden here. There's a lot of fears and a lot of illusions. Okay, yeah, they're showing me that busted root chakra. So there was a lot of hidden fears and illusions within yourself. That's that busted root chakra. I'm scared. And then the mind is going, I will get you out of this. But it's doing so from like an empty, hollow place because it can't. The mind is fascinating. The mind, like in Vedic astrology, I love it because there's different things that rule over different parts of the mind, right? Mercury rules over like the prefrontal cortex, that's problem solving and skill oriented. But the moon represents the whole mind. Yes, that mercurial energy of like solving things, but it's also like the emotional part of it, the subconscious part of it, the things that you can't always see and account for. This was very active in your past. And it's still active now. And that is actually the energy that needs to be cleaned up before you continue to make decisions. That's it. Ding, ding, ding. That is the energy that needs to be looked at and seen, because it's steering your ship, and it's steering your ship in a crazy direction. It's steering you right into a storm. And maybe it already did this, and that's what's like ultimately like leading to this dead end, because it was never the right decision. Like there was a path that you went on, and I don't know how long you've been on this path, because it's going to vary for different people, but it's brought you a lot of worry and it's brought you a lot of pain. I feel like maybe some of you feel like you've been in a thorn bush. You're like, this is a never-ending thorn bush. Alice fell down the hole into Wonderland. My hole into Wonderland is a thorn bush, and I've just been in it for like ever. And Spirit is just trying to get you to kind of turn around. So yeah, it's about shining light on what is hidden here. And there could be something hidden in a home environment. This could be, again, like really sorting out like your childhood attachment issues, the way that it kind of tells you the things that you're afraid of and that you don't feel enough. Because I feel like some of you, yeah, maybe you're at risk here. There's weird energy. It's like there's a past moment, past decision, and there was a lot of worry around this. Which way should I go? But I don't know how conscious you were of the fact that you were worried about it, because there was karmic energy. But again, it feels like it was kind of below the radar, and it's like mirrored in this moment now, because it could have been cleared up in this past moment. But then I feel like you were kind of going, and Spirit is like, you kept blowing past the flags. You know, it's like when, yeah, it's just like me on that like river where it's like, no, like, and so Spirit has really had to put a thorn bush here forward. So it's trying to illuminate what is hidden. And I feel like, yes, there are things hidden in your home. Potentially there's things hidden in your emotional state. It's all like kind of connected with that Cancerian. Okay, so you also need a new, okay, this is coming through so clear. You need a new voice. You need a new perspective. You need a new shift. And so for some of you, it's like there could be a message. There could be something that's like really coming in to kind of shift things around. And it could be coming from like a Jupiterian kind of like a person. So this could be like a mentor. It is. This is reminding me of like the hero's journey. I feel like a lot of you are actually hearing the call. So in the hero's journey, it's like there's the part of it that is like, they call it like the ordinary life, the life that you're comfortable in. But then the bottom of it is like, it's a circle, right? Just like the astrological chart, where the top of the chart is all illuminated. The bottom of the chart is what is not illuminated. The illuminated part is like the ordinary life that you are familiar with, the rhetorics that you are familiar with, the familiar like roads that you've traveled. You know what to expect. But I think what you can expect in this ordinary life isn't desirable. I don't think it's been desirable for a long time, to be honest. I just don't know how aware of it you've been, because it's been buried in your subconscious, or you've been trying to convince yourself something. I just heard homeland for some of you. Like you don't feel like you fit in a home, in your family, in your homeland, but it's what you know. So it's like mistaking what's familiar for what feels right in the heart, right? So the hero, like you're hearing the call to go into what is extraordinary. So like the first few steps in the hero's journey, it's like you hear the call, you deny the call, right? Or no, it's ordinary life. You hear the call, you deny the call, and then the mentor comes in. And the mentor doesn't have to be a person. It could be a movie. It could be a book. It could be an idea, right? But something has come in to give you a different perspective, and it has this like mentor energy. And the mentor's job is to light up certain things that you might feel afraid of, because at first you deny the call because you're not stupid, right? The hero's only fit for the journey if he doesn't go in blind. You recognize that there are threats, things that could potentially not go right, things that you are unfamiliar with, unfamiliar lands and terrains and issues, right? You're recognizing that for yourself. That's good. That means you're conscious. And maybe some of you haven't exactly been conscious of this part, but it's always been there. So don't be afraid of this like new consciousness, because I feel like that's a good sign. So this mentor energy, whatever it is in your life, is giving you this new perspective, and it's meant to kind of highlight things about what you can expect on the journey, because the mentor energy, whatever it is a seasoned traveler in whatever it is that you're meant to kind of like take on. So they kind of assuage your fears and help you to sense the rightness in the intuitive pull that you feel, the correctness of it, and that it's doable. Even though the fear's not going to go away if you accept the journey, even though it doesn't mean that the path is going to be easy, you can sense the utility in it and the rightness of it. And I feel like that's the place where you're at here currently. There's a mentor energy that's come in to deliver some type of a message here. This may have to do with a business or work environment. You may meet this mentor in a work environment or through their business. Take that however it resonates. But I feel like this is karmic as well. Like it's karmically timed. I'm hearing like this is long-term cycle. This is like 20-year cycle. And it's like the thing about the hero's journey too is that you have to accept it, or it's not going to just happen to you. You have to accept it or don't. And if you don't accept it, it's okay. But this is just going to this opportunity to like move out of this situation or to choose a different path, it's not going to have, your mentor is probably going to go away, you know, or whatever this is. So that's where I feel like you are at. And I feel like you're experiencing a lot of worry. But again, I think that's just the light of consciousness. But I'm hearing like, be worried about like not living a life that suits you, or like, I think there's cobwebs. I'm just seeing like cobwebs and stuff, you know, and it's like, that's what should worry you, is that there was this, like whatever was hidden like for so long. And it feels like it is in your external environment, probably your home, you know, your home country. Something is cyclical here. It could have to do with like nurturing energy. It could have to do with a person that's in your home space. Could have to do with a mother or a mother figure. Take it how it resonates. But I think you're getting a new perspective on this, and a new strategy is kind of forming, but it's the hero's journey. It's the pull of the heart of like, this isn't right for me. I think some of you are literally not in a place that you feel comfortable. This, I think, is a geographic location. I mean, it could very well just be your home environment. You don't feel comfortable there. But I think it's a geographic location that you're just not supposed to be. Yeah, this feels like a whole ass like location. And it's reminding me of like, you know, when there'll be like natural disasters, like a volcano or a hurricane or something, and there'll always be that like, you know, old person that's, I've lived here for 50 years and I'm not leaving. Evacuation is for sissies. And it's like, evacuation is for everyone. Like, what are you going to do? Just sit here? And it's like, yep, I'm going to sit right here. And it's like, I don't know what to make of this. Is this brave? Is this crazy? Like, what is this? I feel like there's a place for you in the world where you will feel like that towards. Like, I'm not saying that you have to be crazy. Like, by all means, evacuate. When the town tells you to evacuate, please. But, you know, it's like there's a place where it's like, this is my home. And I'm hearing home is where the heart is. And I think it's like, yeah, this is reminding me of the karmic read that I just keep referencing and never have gotten out. But it's like following the karmic partner, that like busted root chakra energy of I'm afraid and I feel like I need to make these strategic decisions in order to like get out of my survival mode. That's just led you up the garden path. It's led you to probably like, I don't know, karmic partner, to trusting karmic family members you shouldn't have, trusting the wrong people, building a life that doesn't suit you. It's snowballed. There's like a snowball effect that's happened. But it's like being in the correct place. I think for some of you, again, it's the same thing that I was describing with the waterfall. It's actually not a very far journey. So I think there's something here. It's like, this is insurmountable. Yes, if you keep going down this way using the same tools you've always done, it's insurmountable, because that, you know, Einstein said a problem cannot be solved by on the same wavelength that created the problem. It's just that. It's work smarter, not harder. It's like, just pause, think of a different way. And it's actually, if you go this way, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. And you're going to go like to your destination. I'm hearing some of you left home. So for some of you, it's like you just got born in a place that you just never really feel like you fit in. And then like, you know that there's like a place that you always have felt like really drawn to, or you visited there and immediately you just knew that was home. Maybe you don't even speak the language and you're like, this doesn't make sense to me, but I'm hearing home is where the heart is. So you just felt like you fit in there. You need to go there. Just go there. Even if it's like you can only get there like regularly, like try to get yourself there, because I feel like that energy is going to be supported. Some of you left home because you felt like there was no opportunities, there was no money, and so strategically you needed to be in this karmic location. You felt like that was the only way to be, and then everything went to shit. And it went to shit because like you weren't supposed to be there. Some of you, I'm hearing you were meant to pick up a soulmate, but the soulmate would have ended you back up home where you actually wanted to be. You need to go pick up somebody who, it was probably in the first group that I was describing, where it's like, I got born here, but everybody's mean to me and I don't know a better way. And it's like, I know a place we can go. And then like, you're supposed to bring that person back home with you. Like, take that how it resonates. But I feel like there's two groups here where it's like, some of you were meant to like be away for a time. You had something that you need to do, go back home, but you got stuck because you got drawn into a person for the wrong reasons, or like whatever, for the wrong reasons. It snowballed, right? It was only meant to be a temporary thing. Yeah. So there's just decision energy, and it's like the way that you meet it is by calming your energy, by tapping into the parasympathetic nervous system. I'm pretty sure the calming nervous system, not making these like high key decisions. And some of you are like, what? I'm literally facing like this biggest decision of my life, and you're telling me not to light my hair on fire and freak out? Like, that doesn't make any sense. It does. Like, I just feel like you're going to get a lot of clarity if you just chill. And also there's mentor energy coming in for you. So look for that. Like, if you haven't already connected with that, spirit is like, I'm steady communicating with you. You are sitting right on that precipice of the hero's journey. I am showing up for you. It's there if you want it. Nobody can do it for you. If you would feel left out in the cold, if you're just expecting somebody to like do it for you, you have been sent mentor energy. I'm telling you this. Or it's like just right on the horizon. It's like just coming in. Evacuation is for everyone needs to be on a shirt. Yo. Yes. So there's a lot that is changing here. There's death energy in the offing, but it's like either it's going to be the death of like your sanity because you're just going to keep going down this path that you know doesn't feel good, or and maybe like there's other avenues that are closing up, like of, okay, well, these people can't like sit on pause forever. They have their own lives to live. Like this is the intersection. Like whoever's supposed to be helping you or assisting you they're going to move on, or they need to, because there's a helper energy that is like they maybe have a lot of people to help or something. But now is the time is now. Like, don't, I'm hearing like, do it or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and there's a lot being illuminated that's been buried, and it could be about like gossip or friends. Something here was hidden where it's like, you thought this is a group where you could be like pre-pile one energy, where it's like, you thought you were pouring in so much love. Could have been building a family. You could have been having children with somebody who is your mortal enemy. I'm literally hearing mortal enemy is so dramatic, but, I'm just hearing like your mortal enemy. You set up with karmic energy that opposes you, your happiness and your well-being, because you thought for some reason that you needed to partner with this energy, because I don't know why. Yeah, it's a karmic lesson. And for some of you, there also potentially is a way that is closed off with a relationship with a soulmate, because potentially you've gone too far down like this other path, or you didn't, like, there could have been a situation where, yeah, you didn't treat a soulmate correctly. That's just for some of you. Or like again, your soulmate energies though, but this feels like family. This feels like friends again, because there's a snowball effect, like depending on which one you kind of go down. You're clearing up karma with your soulmates, people who love you in a harmonious, like open way, or you're building with people who just really actually are hidden enemies. My ego was like, LOL, are you sure? Letting my hair on fire and freaking out has consistently never ever worked for me, right? I know, but why does it feel like it's the only way? Okay, so I feel like I'm hearing the winds of change, and that's what 2024 is about for you. I think that you are potentially making a decision and you are actively moving out of a difficult time, but it's like you have to come out of the thorn bush. You have to come out of that, like, it's turbulent waters at the beginning, but it is a decision that's going to pay off. I'm hearing dividends in the long term. You don't need these people. Like, if there's people that you think they're awful and they're gossiping about you and they're two-faced, and you don't need those people. I'm hearing God is benevolent. The universe is benevolent. You would never need those people, but you may need a spine. You may need courage. And that's the karmic lesson. That's the energy you should be focusing on, is I need courage to make this decision. I'm making this decision about everything else besides just courage. I know what I need to do. That's what it feels like. I know what I need to do. Your heart is sure. Something here is sure. But it's like you can't trust the rightness of it because there's too much going on, like there's too much karmic energy. And again, some of you went a little bit down this path. Some of you went a lot way down this path. If you're way down this path, you are surrounded. You are in enemy territory. There's a lot of voices around you that do not have your best interests at heart. They all agree with each other. You're really going to have to make a stand to get out of it. But if you're right here at the beginning, there's still like soulmate energy around you, you know? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. This feels like a precursor energy to pile number 1. Like if you go down this path, like I think you're going to end up in pile number 1. Like if you truly take this on. Okay, forgiveness. Some of you need to forgive yourself. You did make a past decision that was incorrect. And it was because you were tapping into the wrong parts of self. You were listening to the wrong voices, and you do need to try to forgive yourself for that. We all mess up. We all make mistakes. Doesn't mean we don't call out when we make mistakes, because you need to look at that honestly and just so you can debrief with yourself, know what you did wrong. And I think that what led you down this garden path, or led you up the garden path, I should say, is checking the wrong parts of self and not addressing root chakra energy where it needs to get addressed. The mind can't address root chakra energy. You address root chakra energy where? In the root chakra. That's the unholy alliance that's going on here. You're not going to think your way out of having a root chakra issue. You need to like be building that slowly, tending those like root survival kinds of things, meeting that head on for yourself. That's what the sacral chakra is kind of like all about, having that safe root. We're social species, but like knowing that you're capable, figuring out ways to that you can know that you're safe, you know? Acceptance and forgiveness. So yeah, I'm just hearing like, okay, so yeah, you are on a path to forgiveness, but I think acceptance is step 1, where it's like, I just need to accept that this is where I'm at. There's no fighting it. There's no getting out of it. Because there's this scramble energy of like, well, if I can just change it, then I'll be in a different situation. I can settle down and then I'll deal with it. But I think some of you have been there before. especially those of you where that you're further down this garden path or you're further up, it never works out that way. Like you never actually revisit it. It's like the second that root chakra energy calms down, because you're desperate for the relief. And it's like the second that it calms down, you forget about it. You don't want to actually take it head on. So Spirit's like, we're turning up the heat now. So you can't actually put this off anymore. I'm hearing like we have played nice. Like we tried. If you were capable of doing it that way, it would have already been done. But this is the thorn bush. Because remember I said that thorn bush for me, that was like, I done blew past every single possible sign until I got to that thorn bush. And then I was like, I will never crawl through that thorn bush ever again. Like, what was I thinking? So I think there's something here of like, the energy of acceptance is what will lead you to the energy of forgiveness. Just accepting this. I'm hearing this is who you are. This is the life you've built. This is the place that you're at. This is the place you're at. Don't run from it. This is the place you're at. That is going to allow your energy to settle. And eventually it's going to lead you to forgiveness, because I think you're going to have like a lot of compassion and a lot of understanding for why you did what you did. And I think you did what you did because you didn't feel on stable ground. That doesn't make you a horrible person. Okay. Like I just heard being poor is not a crime. Like our society and our world like loves to make poor people feel like they are their own problem. But like, I'm not going to go off on that, but like that's not the case. Yeah, some of you feel like a failure. You made a mistake. And yes, some of you made like a lot of like poor decisions, but I feel like it was because you were scared. Look, that's what the death energy is. This is actually a death of this is how, if you are like, this is how you get over the fear of failure, or like admit to yourself that you're actually not a failure, is by doing this right. Because you're going to have so much courage and you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I did that. Nobody can take that away from you. If somebody were to come in and do this for you or get you out, then it doesn't have the same sense. It's like it's not curing the root chakra energy. It's still going to be like, I need help. I need somebody else to do this for me. Like, it's going to keep you in that anxious state. You are strong enough to do this. Connect, like you are going to get that for yourself. Whatever you think this is about on the material, you do need to like understand that and navigate that well. On a spiritual level, this is about knowing you can. I'm hearing, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Just you're in my business. Look, perseverance. This is grit. This is tenacity. This is root chakra. And you know what? Spiritual people especially, we don't like to talk about the root chakra, do we? We don't like to get real, do we? We don't like to admit that sometimes things are unfair. Sometimes you have to rally. Sometimes you have to stand up to energies. That's what a good person would do. That's what's required. Who wants to build a temple and have it taken over? You can't, it can't work like that. I always think of the warrior monks, and when they were like back in the day, and I just remember, I think it was in Tibet, they had like, there's all different kind of monks. I know there's factions in China too, that I've like seen documentaries on, and they're like, why, monks and warriorness, like that doesn't seem to go together. And it's like, you will be amazed. They said, you will be amazed how much violence and turmoil and chaos is avoided just because people know that you know how to defend yourself appropriately. Everything in nature is equipped to defend itself in some way or another. Like we are not ever, you are an animal too. Like spiritual people don't like to admit that. That's part of the system here. You are a spiritual being. Yes, you are in a physical form. You are an animal. You are an organism. You need to like survive here, and you're allowed to survive here. Like, so this is about those root chakra things that are actually spiritual, that some of you may have been kind of like not wanting to embrace in yourself. You'd rather other people do that because the training or the programming says that that's like really wrong. This is about grit. This is about, persevere and you're going to have success. I'm telling you, this is the road. I'm hearing you're on the road to success. Watch out for trolls and don't get depressed. Learn to be bold. Haters going to hate. Tester's going to test. But you continue your journey because you're the best. It's okay. Everybody here has their job in building us up, right? Haters going to hate. Tester's going to test. And you're going to cut your teeth on it. This is the path to success. Do not be afraid. I'm hearing, don't be frightened. Don't be frightened. You're a match for it. That's what you're going to learn. You take this on head on. You are a match for this. You are stronger than you think you are. You just need to have the tenacity. You have to have the boldness. You have to commit to the path that you know. You can sense the rightness in it. I'm hearing you can sense the rightness in it. The winds of change. You need to get honest that something here has been done needing to change for a while. I feel like there's, envy. So you could have just been sitting in this and then, I'm hearing you were led by lust or you were led by envy. That potentially could have baited you up the garden path, and fear that you were never going to get it. I'm hearing never going to get it, never going to get it, never going to get it. I don't know why I'm hearing that. But anyway, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so anything else? And then, okay, I'm pulling on this deck, so we'll say anything else, and then I'll do what to lean into, what to lean away from in order to persist down this path. Metronome, no. Metronome said, I'm poor, I failed. That's what society wants you to think. But I'm hearing you won't need money because you won't be alone. Like, we're tribal, we're social, we're not living the way that we're supposed to. And nice. Okay, so anything else? What did you want to say with this deck? Look, you have the victory card here. Like, you have really, I know the situation looks bleak. I know it looks bleak. I know it looks like there's no way out, but it's just because you've only been going this one way for so long. You've forgotten, or you refuse to acknowledge that there in fact is another way. You had the victory card come out. There's this like guaranteed, you actually have really good cards that want to come through for you. I think also you have really good karma. I think some of you have involved yourself with people who have shit ass karma, and because they're around you, right? Like when you partner with somebody, yes, like if you have good karmas, they fruit, they flower. Your karmas fruit or they flower. So if you're not with a partner who also has good karma, then your good karmas can't come through, because then they're going to partake of that good karma. So it's like you kind of capped your energy is what I'm hearing by for those of you who are in a bad relationship, that's definitely capped your opportunities, your happiness, the energy that can come flow through you. But if you get away from it, you will actually get a reflection of genuinely your karma, because that's what's been kind of throwing you. And this could have like to do with maybe some of you, this is a business partnership or something. Some of you partnered with somebody crazy. Yeah, it's not that it cancels it out like you're never going to experience it. It can't fruit, it can't flower, it can't come to fruition in this life. It's meant to. This is what like being in alignment with the Tao, being with your actual soulmate, like, yeah, it allows you to experience your own karmas. But I don't think that's happening. Yeah. Tower energy. Something has been built here that needs to come shattering down. I don't think this is a choice. You have a choice now as to how you meet this energy. I don't think it's a choice. I'm hearing it's a fact that something here needs to come down. It was built on the wrong ground. It's insanity to keep trying to build over here. It's obvious that it's wrong. But it's leading to the Ace of Pentacles. It's leading to some kind of new beginning. This is like hugely stable energy. Boundaries, money, a new beginning. And if some of you are worried about, okay, well, I'm going to have to start all the way over. Yes, but then like it's going to grow in a stable, sustainable pace, and you actually get to keep everything that you are going to build. Yeah, you're just anxious. There's an anxiety of letting things go. Anything else? That's what it really is. It's about being strong, about being courageous. But it's like, I think you're going to have to be strong and courageous here in the beginning. And like, then the energy is going to rise up to meet you. That's what it feels like. You are going to receive assistance. It might not be in the time frame you think, because I do think it's like, this is a grit test. This is tenacity. This is perseverance. Some of you, and it's on a scale, because some of you are like 20 years down. Like, I'm literally getting that for some of you. It's like, oh my God. Like, but for others of you, it's not as long. It just depends on like how far you've gone down this other road, how big the tower moment is going to be, how long you're going to have to persevere to get yourself out. And then the further you get away from these people, places, and things, and that karmic cap starts to come off, the more the energy of life is going to come to meet you. And Spirit wants to give you this clarity, wants to give you this perspective, because I think that you have been blaming yourself in the sense of like, I must have really shitty karma. You don't. You have partnered with people who have very shitty karma. And you didn't need to. But this is like, I'm hearing you're not going to get around following the heart. Do you have a choice? I think I just said it doesn't feel like there's a choice here, but I can ask this. Look, victory in making a judgment call here and knowing that you are standing on some kind of like higher ground. And this is the Phoenix energy. And again, that's part of the hero's journey. There's usually 2 deaths in the hero's journey. The first one is ego death. Ego thinks it's you. It's something that, so whatever this tower energy is, it's like, well, I've built myself up in this way. What do you mean? This is my identity. No, it isn't. So the first death is an ego death of just getting comfortable with whoever you thought you were, the ego, the small self. The ego wants to convince you that its death is your death. So the first thing you need to experience is that that's not true. And then it's a feeling of freedom and expansiveness. It's scary, right? That death energy is scary. You will actually literally have to confront the death energy. And then usually there's a death in the material world. Whether it's, again, like a business, a family, I don't know, marriage, a karmic contract, something. It's like you will experience this death energy, and it's going to make you think that there's no life after that. But yeah, I just heard there somebody's got you thinking you need them, and they are making you sick. Not only do you not need them, this is I heard the worst possible person that you could have partnered with in something, in some area of your life. Two isn't your pile? Okay. Hold on. Just 1 second. I'm just going to pull a card for Leah here. Spirit, Leah, does she have a choice? I just heard Seven of Swords. Sneaking around. Argument. New perspective. Something going on here. Seven of Swords, there's some sneaky energy going on here. It's bringing in some type of an argument. Somebody here is pretending to be like an emperor, or they're pretending to be something, and they're gonna like lash out or something. Or like acting like they don't have money. Somebody here is like sneaking around, and they could be acting like they have less money than they do in order to like start some kind of an argument. But they are meant to be getting like a different perspective. And I think you need to walk away from like the emotionality of it. Yeah, and like start this like fool's journey. And that's like kind of the energy of the heart, of like trusting the heart. There's somebody here is in like strong like mental strategic energy. And they're acting like they're worse off, but this person is blocked off. Like they're blocked off at the crown, they're blocked off at the heart, they're blocked off at the feet. They're not willing to take any actions. This person's like sneaking around, and they're trying to bait you into some kind of an argument. I would be very careful. Yeah. Is there a choice? I mean, I don't think you can keep this energy around you. Do you know what I mean? Even if it presents as a choice, I don't think it is in actuality. You may have options, but I don't think it actually is, because I don't think you can keep this energy around you and like be okay and be safe. Yeah. You could get a message that somebody here is like attached to a family too, or like, okay, yeah. I'm not going to spend too much more time on that. Yeah. Yeah, like options are confusing you. That's what I'm getting. The options are confusing you. They're not real. This is about, yeah, you need to be much more grounded and focus on your routines, focus on your new beginning. So if you're thinking there's a choice, it's just confusing you, because I think there's something here. It's like you need to accept the heartbreak. This is a karmic situation. I think it's going to land in your heart space. And I think you're rightfully wanting to avoid that, but you have to go through it. I'm hearing the way is through. It's like something here. You can't really have it around you. You can't have it in your life. Okay. So exactly, too many options. Maybe that is like helpful for some of this group here as well. Okay, so what can pile number 2 lean towards? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what can pile number 2 lean towards? That will be helpful. Entrepreneurial, creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. Yeah, you're very talented. You have a heart of gold. I just heard heart of gold. I just feel like you've been blocked off from that space, but you have a heart of gold. And once you start tapping into it, that's where your good karmas are. That's what I'm getting. I think this group has been living life on autopilot, or like living life feeling all like strung out. It's like that busted root chakra energy. And I'm hearing you have no idea how good life can be. You really, how simple, how uncomplicated. You really have no idea. It's reminding me of Sister Wives. You know that show? I don't watch it, but like I follow the drama sometimes. And like all the wives like left. Like it felt like in a single year. And that's like I really heard about that show, to be honest. But one of the wives was like, I really did not know how complicated my life was until I got away from it. I thought I needed that. I thought I needed all of this. But I really didn't know how simple life can be. I really think that's, I didn't know how complicated my life was. Yeah, friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits. I'm hearing like eating green foods, being out in natural spaces, getting some fresh air, clearing your energy that way is good. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So definitely like pick up that spiritual practice, make a concerted effort. It doesn't have to be elaborate, but just make a concerted effort to just check in. I'm hearing gratitude, like a gratitude journal, like give thanks for your blessings. Look for the good in life. That's what they want. It's like they want you to look for the good in life. They want to remind you of life's simple sweetnesses. Some of you could think that I'm seeing like The Devil Wears Prada, where I forget her name, the boss bitch lady, and Miranda Priestley. or Amanda Priestley. And she was like, everybody wants to be us. She says that in the car, and it makes Anne Hathaway's character be like, no, like not everybody wants to be like you. And that's when she realizes she has to leave. So I think you could have been chasing some kind of societal dream, thinking that it's some moral failing for you to live a simple life, or that's not envy. It's the energy of envy. You think that if people are envious of something that you have, that means that you're succeeding in life. Well, does it mean that? I'm asking you, does it mean that? Are you happy? Or would you be content with what you find to be the sweet pleasures of life? So I just asked, okay, so I just switched in my head, like, what should you lean away from? And then it has the child divine, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. You do have the ability to defend yourself. I think it means you need to muster the courage to go in a direction you consider off limits. That's where the growth is. That's where the healing is. Bully conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. Don't lash out, or don't be baited into an argument. And there's somebody who is genuinely a bad egg around you. Genuinely. There is no saving this person. This person is the most karmic human being that you have. There's somebody here like this. I think they try to come off like you need them, or that there's some type of prize, or you're only going to succeed if you partner with them. That could not be further from the truth. Okay, this person is a bully, and they try to bait you into things, and you just should not accept it. You shouldn't make excuses for this person of like, oh, well, it conceals deep fears behind their verbal and physical abuse. Like, it's still verbal and physical abuse. This person is I'm hearing they show you who they are every single day, but then you just kind of make excuses for it. Why? Fool. Using humor to ruin rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. Yeah, this is a group that's been denying their emotional truth for a long time. Why? Exaggerated belief. Yeah, I knew it. There's some kind of exaggerated belief that something or someone here is the only means through which you can through which you can succeed. And the thing is, if you never challenge that by belief, by saying, I'm going to go try to do something on my own, you're never going to realize that you actually can do it. The only way to learn this is by doing and by proving to yourself. And you need to take that like risk. Yeah. Okay. What else? Somebody here alters, watch your paperwork. If this person's in a business with you, you want to watch your paperwork. Somebody here is altering facts or plagiarizing someone else's work. Okay. So that's another thing too, is like, some of you are partnering with a person and they're like single white femaling another person. They're obsessed. For some of you, this is like an ex or somebody that they know about, that they know that you are into, and they religiously like stalk this person, and they have for a while. For some of you, it's like, and the personality, anything that you think that you love in that other person is them trying to mimic somebody that they think is your soulmate or somebody that you would like. It's not even coming from a genuine place, or they're trying to plagiarize something else. Like, it's just... Yeah, and they play the victim. You're the victim, okay? So that's what I have for you guys, pound number 2. Yeah, you need to I feel like it's like a gamble on, oh my gosh, am I going to be poor? But you're going to find your strength. Somebody here acts innocent in order to mislead others. It's gross. It's really gross. And it's making you poor. That's what I'm getting. It's like, that's what's making you poor, is you're around someone who is poor of spirit, and they have poor values, poor character. I'm hearing you really need to watch your children. If you have children with this person, they're instilling such, it's really a genuine concern for spirit, the poor character. I'm hearing poor characterization. They could be trying to make people who have high character, maybe this is you, they're trying to categorize them as having poor character or weak character traits. So these children are being confused and warped in their mind as to the kinds of character traits that they need to embody. It's something I'm hearing, especially if you're a father and you have, karmic responsibility of the protection of your children, which includes their mind and their social ability. This is heavy negative karma if you're not making sure that these kids know what good, positive, healthy character looks like, because I think they have a very poor example. If this is a parent, or if this is a grandparent, or if this is like, I don't know, somebody that's like around them constantly, that's just leading them astray. And I think this is through an example of like what's acceptable or something in either their behavioral model, or which is same-sex parent, or in their relational model, and that's a deep concern for spirit. I'm hearing there's a grandfather that's like, this grandfather comes through, and then I'll say this, and then I'll like kind of leave. This grandfather kind of comes through because the grandfather was a huge advocate for the soulmate energy. Like, if there was a soulmate that was left behind here, came in, promised the soulmate that everything was going to be okay. And this grandfather is just really, really worried about these kids. It's a grandparent energy. Worried about what they're learning or not learning. Okay. So, yeah, I'm hearing these children are really innocent in all of this. And I think at the very least, I'm hearing the best you can do for some of them now is to show them what it looks like to take a stand. Okay, so moving on from that, it'll be hard to move on for that if that's truly your energy, or it could be the energy that some of you are dealing with. All right, so moving on to pile number 3. Okay. Interesting. Pile number 3. Okay, cool. Okay. Pile number 3, the ring. Who knows what this is going to be? Ooh. I just picked up the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. New energy, please, Spirit. Okay. This is kind of feeling like so far, and I don't know. This feels like a karmic cycle. This kind of feels like we're jumping into like, okay, once you take the leap of faith in pile number 2, like what this is a huge karmic cycle that some of you are like breaking. So I'm going to break this away though from pile number 2. Look, 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so there is a karmic cycle here that is wanting to be broken, and Spirit is wanting you to trust this and like jump into the end of this karmic cycle, but you need to be balanced in order to do this, and it's leading you to your happiness. You can see how that's like kind of the same energy that's coming in, so I'm going to get a different deck. Okay. Ooh. All right, pile number 3, Spirit, what message do you want to come through? New energy for pile number 3. Okay, Spirit has you looking through a keyhole here at this current time. I feel like some of you are angry because you have not been treated equally in something, and there's yeah, okay, so this is a group that has a purpose in life. Okay, you have some like very strong dharmic kind of an energy, and Spirit has you looking at the keyhole of what that dharmic energy is. It feels like there is a path calling you, but this is a path of duty and service. It's a path of like skill set and charisma and energy. There's a lot of energy here like in this new path, but it does feel like you have to go like, it's interesting. It's like you have to go through this karmic cycle, but the karmic cycle is around being able to just shoot right through to this keyhole. So Spirit is just warning you that there is maybe temptation around. That's what it is, because this looks like rings to me. This looks like there's like the serpent skin, like the lower snake, and it's also looking like a diamond ring. So this could be like riches or fineries or some kind of like temptation that is around getting straight to like your purpose energy. And I think for some of you, it's like, there may need to be an ending here in order for you to be treated fairly. So it's like, this reminded me of what somebody said in the chat. It was so profound. They were like, if you follow your lustful energies, if you follow your lower energies, they will make you a slave. If you follow your heart energies, your higher energies, then it will actually set you free. And it always reminds me of Maya Angelou, where she says, love liberates. So I feel like you need to head towards your own liberation. I feel like you can see it. Like there's something here, you can see it. You can see, if you go towards whatever this is, in whatever way, it's like some of you need to move. Some of you, it's like getting into a new career field or like something. Yeah, it's a secret pathway, and I'm hearing like the secret garden. But it's like opening up, and Spirit just has you looking towards this. And I think you need to travel and you need to focus in order to get there. And yeah, in order to achieve some kind of a balance. But this is like definitely the energy of meditation can really help you to stay centered and to stay clear, because look, he's in the snow. There could be a lot of unknowns here, but it's like, you're hunting something, but it's like everything, you know, like in the winter where it's like everything is so much calmer and so much quieter, so you can just like hear. So I feel like you need to get yourself, but I think a lot of you have a lot on your plate right now too, which is why Spirit is encouraging you to find some kind of a balance through the energy of wisdom. There may need to be, some of you are angry that you have not been treated fairly, and Spirit is saying, yeah, yeah. Like, I don't know in what arena of your life, like this could be in a relationship, this could be in a business deal. Like some of you are not getting a fair shake monetarily, like for your services, or for like you're not being paid fairly. And there's an opportunity opening up, and you need to be able to recognize it. I think a lot of you are already looking at it. You can already see through the keyhole, but if not, it's like it's coming in, but you need to be calm and like centered so that you see it when it's kind of coming through, because I'm hearing like there's going to be a moment where you can kind of like jump ship. Yeah, okay. Okay, so you need to individuate. You need to distinguish yourself in some way. You need to maybe go independent in some way here in order to get whatever this is that you are looking for and to find your contentment and to ultimately be able to expand. Because it really feels like the choice here is an energy between restriction and binding and expansion. And so Spirit is saying, do not get distracted by the glitz and the glamour and the promise of like something binding you. Do not follow like, I'm hearing, smoke follows beauty, baby. Like, do not follow something that just like, somebody here, okay, this is like for some random of you. This is going to be the temptation. It's like there's somebody that you maybe find very physically alluring or very physically beautiful, but this person brings with them like a literal shit show, like an actual shit show. It's not worth it. Like, I think it affects more than just you. And this person is trying to, I'm hearing power by proximity. So it could be like wanting to shackle yourself through marriage or through some kind of partnership or just through getting involved in this person's nonsense that is the temptation, and Spirit is saying, oh, this is what it feels like, a pass through though. It's like a tunnel. It's like a karmic tunnel. And Spirit is saying, like that game Operation where you have to get in with the tweezers and like not touch the sides. That's what it's like. It's like, don't touch it. Like, don't touch it. It's not what it looks like. Okay. It's a karmic rebalance. So you can pay your karma back here the hard way, or you can pay it back the easy way of just seeing it for what it is and just going like right through here. Yeah, destroy. So this person brings the energy of destruction. This is like the Trojan War though. This is like, and I'm hearing like the proposition to Achilles. Like, do you want your name to live on in infamy, or do you want like do you want genuine sweetness? Like, right? Do you want that? There is destructive energy, and this person is like kind of bringing it in. But if you just then you destroy the karmic contract with this person and you'll never again be tempted by them. Something will come in where it's like you can actually see that this person is, I'm hearing ill in some way, ill-intended. I don't know what ill means. So it could be that they have some kind of illness, or they give you some kind of illness. I'm seeing like a stomach ulcer, like a chronic illness. They bring with them the energy of just illness. And this is coming through like, I don't know what arena of your life this is in, because with Libra, it could be commerce, it could be romance. But like, it's kind of giving me love because you combine like finances and stuff with this person. You don't want to do that. I'm hearing you don't want to like the least. This is, you go right through and you don't touch it. You don't touch it, okay? Because it's not what it looks like. It's, this person is fixated on you though. I feel like, this person is like, somebody here is like fixated on you, and they're gonna blow something up. They're gonna like, and I don't know if it's with you. This person is angry, but they're acting like they're not. They're acting like they've been mistreated or that they've been. But that's what they bring to you. So there's someone here to be avoided, and it involves a contract. I'm hearing don't sign on the dotted line. Have conversations. This person wants to keep you from having genuine conversations with your friends. This person is trying to control your conversations with your friends. They could be they're very strategically injecting things into your friend group. Hidden. There's something hidden here. Oh, I don't like this energy. And again, you have to kind of, I'm hearing like, people with ears to hear and eyes to see, because I'm hearing it's there. It's apparent. It is obvious who this person is when you focus, like when you're not distracted and like when you're very clear-minded. It's obvious that this person is trying to pull you from your path. But if you can get through this, okay, like the energy that's waiting on the other side is glorious. Okay, I'm hearing the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. This really is a choice here, this karmic choice of binding and restricting, or expanding and liberation and freedom and love and all of the good things. Oh my gosh, like what is this? This person, there's something here about an argument over kids. Like this person can have kids elsewhere and they're angry about that, and they're trying to use you for their own purposes, their own machinations. This person is trying to use you to find their own balance. Like there's no love here. There's no love here. And I feel like this person's talking like the unity talk, or like we could be good together. This person needs you and they're going to use you for whatever. I don't know. I'm hearing merger. You need to heal from this. And I think that this person might be telling you that they need to heal. I think they need to heal. I think you need to heal. This person's trying to bait you into saving them. But you need to climb up out of the pit that this person threw you in. What is the pit? This person is a shapeshifter, okay? And it might not be just a single person, okay? Because some of you, it's like this energy that's trying to bind and like it shows up in different ways. And it could show up in different ways in a person. And if this is a especially shifty person, it's like they'll show up. If that doesn't work, then they'll try a different angle. And you just have to watch that. It's disingenuous, I'm hearing. But for some of you, it's like this is a lot of different things that could be trying to like bait you or trap you here at this time. So what should you do? Protection. You need to protect yourself. So for those of you who work like with your magical, like, rituals, prayer, petition for assistance. I'm hearing petition for assistance. Ask whoever it is, like your ancestors, your guides. There is the law of non-interference. So you need to ask for spiritual assistance if you want it. Get obsidian, get like wear protective jewelry, do the stuff. Now's the time to do the stuff. Pile number 3. You need to protect and you need to gather the pieces. This person is a liar. And so like if this is a business, like this person could have had several failed businesses, or they have money hidden in like several different things. So they'll be telling you like, well, I only have $40,000. In reality, they have $4 million. It's just they have secret businesses or shell accounts or something. This is that person. They're lying to you, dude. This person is a liar by trade, I'm hearing. Do not get involved with this person. For some of them, they're offering you a job because they need your skill set and they need something. I just feel like this person will cut you loose the moment that you are not useful to them anymore. The moment that you actually need something, you need protection, you need your guard up here. And I'm hearing you need a good woman in your life, whether that's a friend or like a mother figure, somebody to mentor you or guide you, or a partner. I hear you need a good woman in your life, and this shit ain't it. So this person could be trying to pose as a friend. Don't listen. This person, I strongly feel like this person is going to try to advise you. You know what's sticking out for me about that? This energy. So this person talks out two sides of their neck. They need your help, widow damsel, right? But then how are they going to give you advice? Bitch, they can't figure out their own life. So which is it? You are just so helpless and you can't get out of it, or you have the answers for everybody. It cannot be both. It cannot be both. So this person will put on the damsel act, and even if this is a man, help me, I'm a poor little baby. Or they are going to put on the I'm a bad bitch, I'm so strong act, right? Heather, thank you so much for the $10. It's little things like this with this person that will expose the fact that they are a liar, because this person is a liar by trade. And there's something that they've gotten themselves in here that they're trying to get out of, and they're trying to get out of it like scot-free. They are trying to make it seem like they're trying to frame somebody here. They're trying to make it seem like it wasn't their fault. And I don't know who they're trying to frame this person for. It could be to you, where they're like, oh no, you don't want to go to that company because they XYZ. That's what I'm hearing. This person is like very calculated. What is this? Leadership? Ew. There's like really trying, this is power by proximity energy. They're trying to gain power by proximity. And I don't know, somehow you factor into this person's machinations. Some of you know somebody that this person that is abundant. It's either you have money or like you know somebody and this person wants to convince you to sacrifice. This person, what they're actually doing, Spirit is saying, is they're trying to convince you to leave something of actual value. Whether it's a relationship, a job that could actually turn into something and you can actually get promotions and stuff. They're trying to get you to leave something that's actually going to be prosperous in order to so that they can play with you. And they're very strategic. I don't like this energy. And this person is going to act like it's a renewal. They're going to act like they are Isis. This is reminding me of like Isis and Osiris, like Set, his wife. Set is chaos and nothing can grow with Set. He's the twin of Osiris, the twin brother, and his wife tries to trick Osiris into making him think that she is Isis. So again, it doesn't have to be a romantic situation, but this person wants to act like that. In reality, they have nothing to offer and they're just going to suck you dry. Let me just get some. Yep, they're connected to someone I know. That's what it feels like. It feels like this is very opportunistic energy. And I don't know. This is much different than pile number 1 because I don't know how well you know this person or like this person. I really just think there's something attractive about them and it's probably their physical appearance, but it could be some dazzling opportunity, but they're trying to, it's not a good opportunity. This person's really secretive, sneaky, mysterious. They're hiding information. I knew it. And I feel like this person is hiding money or like other connections. And look, like the lipstick and stuff, this person is a sweet talker. They speak like they have a plan. Like maybe they even like speak sexually or something. Oh, they want to resolve something. They want to get back together. But this person is selfish. They are bossy. They are inflexible. And they're snooping. I knew it. This person is snooping. some of you, it's like they're finding out what it is that you want in order to be able to get that. They're snooping. This is also, look, drive-by, stalking, social media. But their life is in chaos, inferno. Chaos, job loss, everything is crumbling. And and that's when they want to come back. This is a different energy than pile number 1, though, because this person is a schemer. Like in pile number 1, it's like, yeah, those were like some shitty friends and they didn't treat you correctly. This person is an active schemer. And this is like somebody who they don't have feelings. Like this is that kind of energy. It's hot where I am, but I'm wearing wool. Okay, like Noir said, there's been some heavy energy. She says distorted energy. I'm not sure what she means by that. This energy is coming through actually very clear. I agree with the fact that it's heavy, but Spirit is just really being very clear and blowing the lid on this. I think they may try to distort the energy, but Spirit is also very clearly like lifting the lid on this. I will agree that there's been some heavy energy. Like I really didn't want to do this reading. Because I didn't want to like dip into the energies that I know Spirit was kind of trying to put on my plate, but yeah. It looks like this is the last leg of it. Yeah, I really feel like Spirit is really, this person could try to pop up on you. Oh my gosh, I really don't like this energy. Look, okay, if this is an ex, I'm hearing like you already know. You already know. This person has built up some type of an addiction with like the push-pull energy. Unfaithful love triangle, ex in question, the ex. This person... I don't know. I feel like it's obvious what's going on. Netflix and chill. Sneaking around, friends with benefits, spending time with someone else. This person is not faithful to you. They have no intention of being faithful to you. They could have somebody else here on the side. They want to send you, they could pop up on you. They want to have a communication. They want to express their feelings, dating. Like if this is a romantic situation, but if it's a business situation, then you really want to watch actually call their references. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like try to do your own kind of, because this person's hiding stuff. They're lying by omission. This person is not telling you the truth, the whole truth. Don't bind yourself to a person who is lying, who's like lying by omission. Like I feel like they want to bind you. They want to trap you, like by getting you to commit to something very, very early on where it's like, we don't actually know each other from Adam. Like, but they're trying to get you to trust them. They're very coaxing. Yeah, I feel like this person's very convincing. This is a con artist, so they're very coaxing, and they go after people that they think they can dazzle. Like somebody who's really this person knows their strengths, and so they know what to look for in other people, right? Like take that however it is. Okay. Oh my gosh. This person talks love, growth, relationships. They are no such thing. Jezebel spirits. If they were honest, they're envious. This person wants what their neighbor has. They want what everybody else has. They act like they have a purpose, but their purpose, I think, is to cause failure and destruction in certain people's lives. Okay, this person is angling for reconciliation. I heard it's your funeral. I know it says funnel, but it's your funeral. This person can only lead you to a period of frustration, lessons to be learned. This is a karmic. This person brings problems to be resolved, deep friendship with someone of the same sex, protected from the negative forces beyond your control. So Spirit might be sending you a friend of the same sex. Because remember I said you need a good woman in your life? Like that's kind of what I'm getting is like somebody here is going to see right through this person. Heartache over what you no longer have. And they're just going to set you straight. Like if this is an ex, I just feel like this is the type of ex where it's like the moment that they cheated on you, the moment that you got rid of them is the moment your luck changed for the better. Like truly, like it was a win. And this person is going to be like, I don't know why, like, I don't know what the addiction is to this person because it's not love, it's an addiction. Yeah. Look, getting together with friends, temporary problems. I just feel like this person's not faithful. Feeling tied down or frustrated. You're going to end up feeling tied down or frustrated. Yeah. Success assured with good plans and hard work. Yeah. So you don't need this person. Your success is assured with good plans and hard work. That's how you like get through this tunnel. Remember, Spirit is saying like, stay focused. Go right through the tunnel. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Yeah. So, okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. Spirit wants me to just... Hold on. I'm just going to pull from this and then we'll look into what energies you can look into to help you get out of this, what to lean away from. But Spirit Use your intuition, and somebody from your family can, I think, see through this person, or you really want to watch if this person's moving away from their family or moving away from your family. Moving away from your family, because I think there's somebody in, I think, your family that can probably see through them. These romantic feelings are going to change that you have. Addiction. This isn't love. This is addiction. It's very clear. Ew, I feel like this person's trying to act like this is a fated meeting. But this is a gamble. What it is in reality is like a gamble. And it's leading to heartbreak. Okay. So I'm sick of this energy. I really don't like tapping this energy. Like, I hope that you guys make it through this tunnel, because you don't want to get wrapped up in this. It feels very solid, very binding, going on for a long period of time. This feels like potentially like I'm hearing this a whole ass other cycle. Like, maybe not just in this lifetime, potentially in others, because I think that you could potentially be risking soulmate energy that is absolutely done with you getting involved with like people like this or this. They don't want to be bound. Like, you have soulmates around you that don't want to get involved with this energy. They don't want to get bound up, and they're actually like able to move away from it. And I think they will. Yeah, I do feel like Spirit is heavy trying to warn you. But the thing is, there's a lot of distraction energy around, like when this person's involved. So the more you can keep them out of your life, like literally just ignore this person. Don't let them come back. Leave them on red. They're not worth your time. So just like ignore it and like stay focused. That's what I'm hearing is like I think for some of you, it's like you have a plan, you have a goal, you have something that you want to go after, whether it's a person, place, or thing, or a job, or stay focused on your goals, connect with your purpose. Because this is a group that has a purpose. This person, this karmic energy is set to just like take you off your purpose. It's draining. Yeah. Like, I just feel like there's people around that don't want none of this. Okay. Oh, trying to return a ring. Interesting. There could be a ring involved, but I'm hearing like my precious, like, I don't know if that's your energy towards them, like my precious, but then it turns you into Gollum. Like, you were a happy little hobbit. You like the simple things. You had a best friend. Oh, that's the best friend that's trying to warn you. But then he like kills his best friend. Like, he has such a lust for power that he kills his best friend. So some of you might be in a situation where it's like, this friend is going to warn you. And it's either the friendship with like the loyal friendship dies, and you might actually, this person may be so twisted that they cause you to like ghost this friend or treat this friend badly. But they're trying to warn you, this is like a loyal friend, and they are genuine. This person doesn't want anything. I'm hearing they've been there through thick and thin. This person shows up when it's convenient for them. And it's obvious, like, to be seen if you calm your mind and you stay like focused. Yeah, there's a lot of distractions. Like, I wouldn't touch this energy with a 10-foot pole. Because it's like quicksand. It's like quicksand. Okay, so what can you lean towards? I really don't like this energy. I just want out of it. Liberator. I keep seeing engineer. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. This feels connected with your purpose. So some of you are going to be getting some kind of training, or you have a job, or you have something that you're like focused on, and Spirit is like, I put this right in your path, right at the time this negative influence is going to come by. So you have something else you can focus on, so that you're not just like free in your energy to be like taken by this person. You have something healthy to focus on. That was very much on purpose. We have the prostitute card. Accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. That came in pile number 2. It's that busted root chakra energy. The power of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. It does feel like this temptation, there's something you know is wrong. You would have to betray your own morals. You would have to betray your own self, your own friends, your own instinct, everything that is good and pure in the world. Your own kids, there's something here you would have to betray what is good and true and holy and what you prize above all else. Your own values especially. You would have to actively choose to go against your own values in order to be with this person. That is not something you should be okay with. That is not something that you should ignore. That is a karmic test. It's not something that devil energy, well, I'll just skip over it this time. And then no. That's how this person always gets you, right? And this person does place material considerations above self-empowerment, and they will convince you to do this. This is a slowly corroding, turning you into a golem. Like, that's what it is, where you have to live in the mountains and you have a loincloth and you think they're your precious and you're clinging onto this thing that's like actively making you sick, and it causes people to like hunt you and not understand you. Okay, so lean into this pioneer energy, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Follow your heart, right? And protect your heart. This is all, I feel like you have a path where you can be doing something you love, something creative, something freeing, and where you don't have to negotiate the power of your spirit. That's what it feels like on the chopping block. That kind of a life, or a life full of like that energy, just trudge. Okay, so lean away from this person. First of all, is a childlike nature. This isn't childlike, yay. This is childish. This is tit for tat. This is stunted growth, pulling you into a childish energy. And they have a tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. If this person like makes you get rid of a pet or treats your pet poorly, again, not something that you should overlook. Avoid a negative judgment of the physical world or excess piety. I think this person preys on your piety. Lean away from this like bullying energy and feeling like, yeah, that you're unable to defend yourself. I think the writing is really on the wall with this person. You would have like, I think this is an energy, you'd have to be blinded by lust of some kind, greed or lust, those like really heavy hitting lower energies. And it would absolutely contradict like your heart, your values. And I think like strong friends that you have, a soulmate energy that you love and you want to go after. It's like, it's very direct like that with this group. So you're just to keep on your path. Okay. I really did not like that energy. Oh man. I'm hearing you need to get honest with yourself. You could be envious of this person or what they have, but you need to stick to your purpose. You know what you're here to do. A failure with this person is a win. You need to have healthy pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. This is connecting with Leo energy, courage, right under that. There should be like no room. If you're connected with you, if you know who you are, if you know who your values are, you know what's important to you, you know what your purpose is. You won't at all, I think, be tempted by this. Like you won't be in a period of indecision. And lean into your friendship, because I think Spirit has like at least one really good, really solid, loyal friend around you that's just going to be like, really? Really with that? You really believe that? Like, you really think that's a good opportunity? No. Okay. Man, I hate tapping that energy. We are done. We are done with that. I really don't like tapping that energy, but it comes through. And I think I'm really sensitive to it too, because it's like, I don't have that energy anywhere near me in my life, but like, Lord, that reward of Chipotle was well earned after this pile. That was pile number 3. Okay. I'm so sorry if you guys got wrapped up in that. It feels like a heavy karmic cycle. And it does feel a bit like if you get drawn into that, I'll just say this last thing. Like if you get drawn into it, it may be this next, astrological ages. It's like 2,160 years or something like that. Kind of feels like the next soul cycle, because I really think you have soulmate energy jumping ship. Like, I'm not doing this again. This is age of Aquarius. I can hit my stride. I'm gonna hit my stride. Hope you can make it. I'm not sticking around. Right? So, okay. Whew. Okay, moving on, to a general message from Spirit. Let me where's my water? I'm going to get my water. I'm jumping ship. Yes, do, because this feels like you can catch an entirely different energy for the next soul cycle. And you want to make sure you're with your soul mates in this next soul cycle, this major one. This feels like you take the exit ramp is what I'm hearing. Okay. Nice. Okay, so let's do the general message. I'm hearing you can't always get what you want, but you get what you need. Or if you try sometimes, you get what you need. So there's a wish fulfillment coming in, but something here very clearly needs to be torn down. And a lot of times with the Tower, I just get mental energy, things that, again, it's like that first death is like the ego death, things that we've really built up for ourselves. But I just want to make sure that we're having new energy here. What is the general message? They might try to hoover soon. Spirit. Ooh, I saw the Empress. Okay, so Spirit is wanting to remind you, you are sexy. You're cute. You're popular to boot. You're Tory. You're Captain Tory. Sorry. You're beautiful. You are glorious. So, like, remember that. Like, dress nice. Do your hair. Remember that you are beautiful and that you have everything to offer a person. You are. And I'm hearing, like, again, the light attracts many moths. So, like, when I was in that pile number 3 energy, and this is like kind of what comes across for me, and sometimes I get it in the comment section, to be honest too, where people will just try to reflect back to me that because I'm reading and I'm exposing this negative energy, that I am somehow the negative energy. But I'm in good company with that, and so are you, because that happens to, like, think about Hecate. She, like, leads all witches, and she is like, she's the torch. She wears all gold. She is brightness personified, but she goes into the dark places. She's not afraid to. She illuminates what is hidden. She will go after Persephone, who, like, she's incredibly brave. But because she's surrounded by darkness, a lot of times people project that darkness onto her, and they say, oh, she is dark. She's a scary, spooky goddess of the underworld, someone that you should fear. She is the bravest of them all. She is a genuine, she's a light bringer. She's an illuminator of ignorance. So somebody who has such strong light in them that they can go to the darkest places, who is courageous and fearless enough. How is it that person gets, like, their energy gets twisted or perverted, or they get blamed? So again, I'm hearing, like, you have to ignore this. You are the Empress. I'm hearing you are the Empress. You are a goddess. You are abundant. And that is the next cycle. Sit in your confidence. Sit in your own value. I'm hearing, like, communicate with friends. I think you do. You have the potential, like, there's choice energy, right, with Venus. You have a choice as to what kinds of people that you have around you, and the kind of conversations that you have around you, and the way that you want to bring value. Venus is also how we make our own money. So it's like other people's money versus, like, Scorpio energy, but then Venus rules over our value, our confidence, our skill set, how we make our own money. And I just feel like you have quite a bit of abundance. It was reminding me of what I was getting in, I think, pile number 2, where it was like, if you're with a karmic that is nasty, like, they are capping what can come through you. So it's better to be alone, like, so that you can build your confidence. And I'm really strongly getting the throat chakra. So it's like, it so matters, like, the people we choose to share our life with. Because I'm hearing, like, it's about, like, speaking your truth. And I'm hearing the people that love you hear you differently. Yes. I don't have any spare change for the spiritually and morally bankrupt. Amen. Yes, keep that energy protected. I'm hearing that song again. You're on the road to success. Watch out for trolls. Don't get depressed. Learn to be bold. Haters gonna hate. Testers gonna test. You continue your journey because you're the best. And you do have a lot of spiritual. Look at this. Page of Pentacles into the Queen of Pentacles. So much yellow energy coming through. It's yellow behind the Empress too. That solar plexus chakra, that personhood energy. I'm hearing, like, just keep your energy, your auric fields, make sure you're sharing with the people who are reciprocal. It's like such reciprocal energy. And you start as the Page of Pentacles, right? But the Page of Pentacles has tenacity, has grit, starts small, but sees the potential in something. And I do feel like there's a path, there's an opportunity, there's a new beginning, there's a seed that you can really see the potential in, and it connects with that solar plexus energy. That's the energy that connects all these people. I'm hearing you can always feel the solar plexus energy, whether you're the Page of Pentacles at this current stage of your life, whether you're the Queen of Pentacles, or whether you are the Empress. And this is what is, like, I just feel like a lot of you guys are so talented. And with I always see the wings on her head, and it reminds me of, like, the hemispheres of the brain. So it's like, you are multi-talented. That's what I'm getting from this group. But you are also very grounded, and you have the ability to, like, see a dream through. It's watching, giving, and receiving. From your past, like I was saying, I think for a lot of you, it's been off, but you've changed. This is Phoenix energy, or you're being invited to change. And that's why it's a new start. It's the Page of Pentacles. But again, it's actually this other faux path that you think is an option that's not actually an option. You don't get to keep any of that. You certainly don't get to keep your sanity and your confidence and your love and your, and your balance. It's a trap. It's devil energy, right? You can have the world. All you have to do is give me your soul. Like, you know what I mean? Don't follow that path. Even if you have something small on this new path, it's yours. You get to keep it. You get to build off of it. It's going to lead you somewhere. I'm hearing slow but steady wins the race. So just keep yourself in balance here. Keep yourself in good health. Keep yourself in good spirits. Surround yourself with good people. I'm hearing keep the merriment going. Like healthy, like happy. Ugh, I really cannot shake that energy from pile number 3. I feel tainted. I feel corrupted. So, yeah, like maybe some of you feel that way too. Like you've been through something, you feel tainted, you feel corrupted. You're just being reminded that's not your energy. Like step out of it. And I'm hearing put up a fight for the right things. Like put up a fight, like, what's the quote of pick your battles? Like pick your battles. There's something here that needs to be grieved. Somebody was very strategic with you, I think. Or that's the other possibility. And so even if it's just you're grieving the opportunity that was presented in front of you, even though you know it's not a real opportunity, I'm hearing I can see through you. And I'm also hearing like, I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. Celebrate that. I feel like some of you need to like celebrate yourself or like throw yourself a party. Yeah, and you're finding your balance. Like, yeah, for finding your balance and finding your abundance. And it's by way of turning away from disrespect, cutting out negative energies. And this is Hecate. This is, to me, like her torch is kind of like coming in here. And you're trading in some kind of like flash in the pan, selfish beginning. And I'm watching this this ace, like, bam, it's like whack-a-mole. Like somebody who is going to become like overbearing or like, instead turn that in for this new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles, something stable, something like strong boundaries. Where things can grow, because Spirit is wanting to say like, look, we're blowing the lid on these situations that aren't what they say they are. Things that you've already seen through, things that we want you to see through. We're helping to illuminate why certain energies are in your life, what they mean. We're helping you to decode and decipher that here at this moment. But always remember that you are the Empress. That's not your energy. It's energies that you've come up against, that you've met outside of you, but it's not you. You are the Empress. You are the Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing there's an infinite amount of possibility and value. You are a person of value. You are a person who creates value, and that is loved and cherished and supported by the divine. And they want to help you have an elevated perspective. They want to help you find your balance point. They want to help you defend your position, because there is something here where I think you are elevated. You have a genuine, and it's something that you've worked for, potentially because of these things that you've gone through. Like those are the fruits of that labor, is that you genuinely have an elevated perspective. And so Spirit is saying, protect it. You know what's right for you. Protect it. Protect the things. Yeah, because there's something here. It's like trying to steal your value. And Spirit's like, it's okay to put up a fight and to protect the things that you love and value and the things that you are building. And for some of you, like going through these situations has taught you how to fight. Because if you're the Page of Pentacles and you're going to the Queen of Pentacles, it's taught you, how strategic some people can be. And shady and selfish and all the other things. You will never again be gullible or like goaded into being somebody else's pawn. You're never going to go through that again, because you know exactly what it looks like. So you're going to have like a healthy respect for like that things aren't always what they seem. And it makes you worthy of like being able, I think a lot of you are going to you're going to have a crop of land, like in some way. So whether this is like a homestead or like a business, but it needs defending. Value always needs defending. And you are fit to be that now, because you see the threat. Like, yeah. And you've maybe had to go through a period of stagnation, but periods of stagnation are deceptive because it makes you feel like you're not moving forward. And I think some of you are maybe in that situation now. It makes you feel like you're not moving forward, but this is not wasted energy. You are being enlightened. You're getting a new perspective. And for some of you, it's a timing thing, so that you're making a change and like certain roads can open up to you and you're meeting. It's like everything in divine timing. I'm hearing coincidence, so that you will meet up with friends and allies. That's another part of the hero's journey, like the part where you meet with friends and allies and helpers. And Spirit is like making sure, and like you're avoiding certain like potential crashes and like, and heartbreaks and betrayals. So this is working for your benefit. And I'm hearing just relish it and enjoy it. And it's making me think of pile number 1 of like a lot of you are really comfortable in your home, and it's enjoy the peace of it, because I'm hearing peace is something just like you feel taken for granted. Peace is an energy in our world that feels taken for granted, because everybody wants to have the drama. They want the flair. They want the sexy. And peace is over there just like, I'm the highest path and I'm just so sick of being like disregarded. Like peace, the energy of peace can feel that way too. So enjoy it while you have it. Like reframe the way that you're looking at this. It's not stagnation. What it is peace. It is a time for you to dote on yourself and your friends, to spend time with friends. Make some plans. If you know you have good friends around you, I'm hearing like break the bread, create memories. For some of you, it's like make a ritual, like, treat yourself day, like October 13th, like you need a treat yourself day, like with your friends, or just like, I don't know, like really spoil yourself and let the rest, like let the wheel do the work, because I feel like you just aligning with certain energies and making the choices you need to make. It's bringing this wheel of fortune in. I'm hearing the wheel is turning. Just trust that the wheel is turning here in your favor. Make these decisions that you need to. Move away from the betrayers. Deal with the karma, okay? This is what it feels like, though. Seeing things for what it is, making the right choices, and then just letting life do its thing. That's what it feels like. And get excited. Some of you need to get on the internet and like look at, some of you it's like there's places that you find majestic. You need to be reminded that life is fun and there are things that you want to do in the world. Make a vision board. Like check in, like if there's a place that you like to always visit. Like sometimes I'll just like, some zoos have like little cameras in like certain like exhibits, and you can just watch like the little elephants dancing to the music or something. Like, I don't know, it's like find little things like that where you can connect to different places in the world, places that you love. Those kinds of things here too. And some of you, there is somebody here that you love as well. It could be a mother figure. Some of you, it's like there's somebody you felt like you betrayed, and this person is doing well now. And I think I'm just supposed to comfort you. Like, this person has found their balance point. They've let this go, and they've had a passionate new beginning. So if you are like, oh, okay, I really hurt this person, and if you're wondering whether or not you should go back into this person's life, I really don't think you should. I think this person is, I think it's just meant you need to change within yourself. Like, this is about, I think that you are like trying to figure out a new beginning for yourself. I'm hearing just, you need to focus on you, align with the right energies in your own life. That's the most amends you could ever make for somebody. Like, what do you need to say that, like, words, I think whatever went on here, it's like words couldn't do it justice anyways. And I'm hearing just like trust that, like, I don't know, my perspective on the world is that we are spiritual beings. I think when we go to the other side, everything is clear, everything is obvious. So and there's certain things where it's like we think that it's like the end all be all, like, again, that pile number 3 person, they may be very alluring, but then you get to the other side and it's like, who were you married to for 40 years? And it's like pile number 3, and people are like, you thought you were so cool for that, and then people over there are like, ooh, better luck next time. Like, you're gonna get that next time. I think we can see that kind of stuff from the other side. So again, think about making amends as learning your own lessons and meeting your own life. Like, I'm hearing it's about you. Like, yes, it's okay to feel like, it's a healthy, normal response when you feel shame because you behaved poorly. And I think some of you know that you behaved poorly, and you know that somebody made a decision and cut you out of their life, and that you would have done the same thing. Like, I think some of you are like, I understand. I would have done the same thing. That's what a healthy, stable, confident, self-respecting person would have done. And damn, would that have been great to be partnered with that. But the way you make amends, I'm hearing it's just use it as a mirror. Use it to balance out your own self. That's it. That's the amends. And you need to trust that will be seen on the other side, that you care enough to, and I'm hearing that what this person would want is for you not to do this to someone else. That's what they would want. I think you got a real one here. And so they don't need words. They don't need that. This person's good. They're good. Yeah, this person's, yeah, and I feel like I'm hearing this person actually right now. This person has great energy, okay? They really, really do. And this is a soulmate, I think. And I think that there is reconciliation here. And this person's like, look, I would love to reconcile with you too. Please be healthy. I'm not trying to hold your hand all gangrene and stuff. Like, just be healthy. We'll figure it out when we can figure it out. You need to be the best you. I'm chilling. I'm going to be the best me. Like, we'll do it when it's fine to do it. Like, but they want this for you. Like, this is a real one. I do feel like there's an energy here that genuinely wants your happiness. And they're like, listen, you gotta clean up your own life here. I think you're going to be getting your karma because you're going to have to break your own heart, or just realize that it was already been broken, like, for a while, and that you've been betraying yourself. That's karma. Like, it doesn't have to be a punishment. I'm hearing you don't have to flog yourself. Like, you don't have to grovel. You don't have to, I'm picturing somebody, sometimes I get this image of like somebody walking on their knees on a gravel driveway, just like, I'm sorry. This person is not the type of person that wants you to do that. They're like, yeah, you hurt me. Yeah, you betrayed me. But I have leveled up from that. This person is like, it's kind of the energy of like, they don't regret what's made them stronger. And it's like, yeah, sometimes you're the stone in my shoe. I'll be the stone in your shoe. I'll get you back. Like, this person's fun. Okay, so don't worry about it. They don't want you to worry about it. They're like, I'll get you back. Not like as a threat, but it's just like, we all mess up sometimes. Like, sometimes there's a fly in the pudding. Sometimes it's you, sometimes it's me. This person is great. Yeah, like this person doesn't feel like it balances out the energy if you suffer. Like they're not trying to see you suffer. They want to see you learn your lessons. And sometimes they know that means a struggle. This is also the type of person that's like, I'm not going to interfere. I'm not going to pull you out of the mess. Like, just do it. Just do it for me. Get through it. You know, if you want to make amends with me, just make sure that you're dealing with your life. It's really, this is a sweet energy. And potentially no, I'm not getting that actually. I think this person they feel very separate from like this situation. Because I was like, maybe you're going to reconcile with this person. I kind of don't think in this life. I think this person's got a good thing going. Oh, gangrene. Yes. Okay. Anything else that's coming through, Spirit? Okay, so you need to start thinking about the decisions that you're making in life as in terms of what empowers you or what leaves you powerless. Think about it in terms of giving and receiving, but this feels like power dynamic kind of a thing. Or maybe you have been doing this in the past, but it's what's been keeping you small. But I'm hearing like, I don't know, it's something about like the energy of like what makes you feel good and what makes you feel empowered and what makes you feel weak and what makes you feel impotent. That's kind of like the energy that they want you to be thinking about. So don't think about the options in your life in terms of like, I can make more money doing this, or I can align with this kind of people doing that. They're saying like, think about the things, think about, does it make you feel like a king? Does it make you feel like a queen on the inside? Stable, sovereign. Think about how you want to feel in the long term. So even though, yeah, it's like, okay, starting my own business, it might mean that I'm making less money now, but I'm going to be able to make my own schedule. I'm going to be able to like, have like more freedom later on. It's going to pay off. I'm not going to regret this. Or I could just take this like other thing. It's like, think about how you want to be. And then I'm hearing have the courage of your convictions. Okay, there's also something as a difference of strength. So some of you have been thinking this energy is the energy of strength, but you're always on the back foot. Defense, if you are defending yourself, you are not in a position of strength. Okay, genuine strength is like confidence, knowing who you are, being measured, making the steps that you need to take, that kind of thing. You don't have to defend it. Like you don't have to defend certain things here. Temperance, balance, and having faith to jump into some kind of a new beginning. Because I'm literally seeing like, that thing in Aladdin where he's like standing on her balcony and then he just like, okay, fine, I'll go. And then like he just steps off and she's like, what is happening? And then he is on the magic carpet because he knows the magic carpet is there. Like there's something here where it's like, trust, like the doors that are opening for you and just trusting your path and trusting your heart. And that'll get easier to do the more experience you have with that. Because some people, like there's a lot of us who are good manifestors. I don't believe in manifestation. I know it's true. I've done it too many times to not believe that it's not true. Nobody's asking you to believe in hocus pocus. Like, so it's just going to get easier the more you can kind of suss out what's intuition, what's not, what's manifestation, what's not, like all of that. So you're on a really good trajectory. I keep hearing that song. You're on the road to success. Watch out for trolls. Don't get depressed. Learn to be bold. Haters going to hate. Testers going to test. You continue your journey because you're the best. And you might want to listen to that. It's Madeline Bailey. You might want to listen to that song. And that's also a beautiful example of transmutation, which is one of the that is the healthiest defense mechanism, ego defense mechanism, is when you take what people are throwing at you and you transmute it into something better. She takes these negative comments that come on her YouTube channel and she makes these very beautiful songs out of them. She makes money off of it, like she makes art out of it, and she just transmutes the energy. And I feel like that's what you're doing kind of, I'm hearing the word overhaul, like in your life, where you are crowning yourself the sovereign in your own life. And I'm hearing, don't shy away from that journey. That's the journey that you will never regret. It's just making sure that life created you and you are meant to be like fulfilled in your life and happy. Yes. Empress. And some of you, if you want to get like a framed picture of the Empress that you really like resonate with and keep it by your bedside or keep it, I'm hearing like manifestation somewhere like in your bathroom as you're getting ready. Just keep it somewhere where you can see and just remind yourself like, I am the Empress, or like, that's what I'm building towards. And that is a journey that's worth me building towards. And don't get knocked from that focused energy, because I just feel like you can see it. I really think that. I think that it's like you can see it and you're like, how do I get there? And that hole is going to widen like the more that you, and I'm hearing like, don't tense up to go through the hole. Don't tense up. And it's like, oh, like the more that you kind of relax into this new way of being, the broader like the passageway even gets. This is beautiful. Use the bricks people throw at you to build your palace. Yes. And sometimes that's for the highest and greatest good. It's like, when people show you who they are, that's a blessing. Like, let that be a blessing. Know that's a blessing. Yes. All right. Happiness. I'm hearing a Taylor Swift song. It's like, and there is happiness. There was happiness because of you. There was happiness. Yeah. Both of these things can be true. There is happiness. Yeah, it's a grieving song, but it's like, look, there was happiness because of you. There was happiness because of me. This is like closing some kind of chapter. It's like, and I think this is like karmic energy, because sometimes those relationships can be very complicated, because sometimes they make you smile and they make you laugh. But ultimately, I think there's something here where it's like, it's toxic, it's not good for you. And I think only you know what that is. It's a relationship, it's a business, it's some kind of contract. Like, I think for a lot of you, weirdly enough, I think it's like entire geographic location, like the town you live in. And it's like, you keep having these like smaller problems, but it's like the entire town, like you're just not meant to live in that particular place. And I think you know it, but I think for some of you, it's all you've ever known. So it's like, but if you travel someplace, I think you're going to feel that like feeling of home. And it's going to be like this knowing kind of an energy. So okay, I feel like that's what I have for you guys. I'm so glad that ended on a positive note. And that is just telling me overall, I think this journey, for a lot of you, it's like, I don't know. It's like you were stuck in something that made you feel insecure for a long time. You didn't think there was any way out of it. You, I think, wrongly felt like because you were in that situation that it was because of you. But Spirit is like, Jess, the waterfall has always pushed the water away from itself. We're not trying to trick you. Like, just stop and think about that for a second and then go in the other direction. Like, it doesn't have to be this hard, And so I think for some of you, it's just about like, wait a second, just calming that energy and going in a different direction, and things will actually start to clear up. And the sooner you can do that, the better off you're going to be, because you're not going to be creating all these unintended karmic contracts with people and unintended consequences. And it feels like it's really the energy is going to lighten in 2024. I really strongly feel that if you are responding, because I'm hearing like that hero's journey. A lot of you are hearing the call, and that's good. Go for it. This is actually, I feel something here seems bad, is actually good. It seems like a loss. It's actually a win. I know a lot of you have had those exes where you're like, oh, I'm like horrified because of this breakup. In reality, it's a win. There are people in this life that you can lose, and it's a win for you. Even though it might be painful, even though it might be sad. But then once you like grieve it, you're like, oh my gosh. Like, there are people I'm like, how could I have ever dated that person? Like, I know you have people like this in your life, whether it's like an ex-friend or something. It's like, what was I ever thinking? You will actually get, or like with that job, I used to think that was the only way that I was going to succeed. And then it's like, what was I thinking? Like, I am so much better off now. There's a moment for you like that in the future where you're going to look back and be like, what? Seriously, you got to trust it. Okay, yeah. And you gotta let the people get their karma. Okay, you get your karma, I get my karma. We all know that we're better people when we're faced with that. And you have to let people have their life. Stop interfering with Spirit. You can't pray for someone to get their karma and then interfere with it. Because Spirit is like, we're gonna bring the karma, but you have to let people learn their lessons. And some people do need to learn the hard way. So, okay. That's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this Witchy Friday hangout. I hope that life is good. I hope that it only gets better. Welcome to December. I know there's a lot of holiday traditions that get celebrated in December, and we're buttoning down for like that winter solstice for those of us who are pagans. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I'm going to get my Chipotle. I hope that you guys are having your afternoons. I joined late. We'll listen to it after. Thank you, Jess. Oh, okay. As always, thank you. You're phenomenal. Leah, we're praying for you. I hope everything kind of works itself out. Hopefully our energy is like, hopefully you can feel it, and hopefully Spirit is like kind of lighting up little things for you to help. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you for showing up. Bye, guys.